Line number is 1-855-767-2482.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. A wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique brew pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. Available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop!
Free cheesy! Screaming it! We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, and welcome into a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. A rainy day in eastern North Carolina, but nice and dry and beautiful inside the Pirate Radio studios. You're tuned in to either Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, and online, PR927FM.com. And you can watch today's show and be a part of today's program by checking us out on Facebook and chiming in there. We're also on YouTube. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Check us out there. Or you can hit us up on Twitter. You can call in 317-1250 as we are live from 3 until 6 every weekday here on Pirate Radio Live. Coming up on today's show, Jeff Charles finally got to break out the paintbrush in a big-time road game. He did it Saturday night when the Pirates knocked off Marshall in dramatic fashion. We'll talk about that one. Also, get you ready for East Carolina and Charleston Southern coming up this Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. The Voice joins us in about 15 minutes. Also, later on in hour number 1, we will talk to the play-by-play voice of the Down East Wood Ducks, Matt Davis. The Woodies right now in their championship series as they fell last night, but play tonight in Game 2, weather permitting, at historic Granger Stadium. So we'll get all the details with Matt Davis coming up later on in hour number 1, and you can go check out some live postseason baseball at historic Granger Stadium. We talked to Wade Howe earlier this week. If this game cannot go tonight, the Wood Ducks are guaranteed 2 home games in this series, so they'll try it Thursday or Friday if they can't get it in tonight. So we'll talk to Matt about all those details, what happened last night, what to look forward to the remainder of this series. All right, coming up at 4 o'clock, planning to hook up with Mike Mullis, either in studio or on the phone. We'll talk football, we'll talk baseball, we'll talk golf. Ryder Cup coming up this week. I know some people are into that. I need to get in a pool or something so I can be interested in it. With football going on, that takes up pretty much all of my attention. Braves are in a playoff chase, so I'll be watching that. Don't have a ton of time for golf, but if I can get some kind of pool action going, I'll be into it. We'll talk about it with Mully coming up later on. We'll hear from some current Pirates coming up in hour number 2. DJ Ford and Miles Berry spoke to the media yesterday. We'll hear those interviews coming up. Also, a lot more from Mike Houston that we didn't get to on Tuesday's show from his weekly press conference. And Bryce Williams. Bryce was fired up during the game on Saturday night. Loved all the attention Shane Calhoun was getting on offense with his 8 catches, 100-plus yards, and a touchdown, and the Pirates got a victory. So Bryce Williams will be fired up coming up in the 5 o'clock hour when he joins us in the Pirate Radio studios. We got Shirley Rhodes and Chandler Honeycutt here on a Wednesday. Both Robert and Steve on Facebook Live saying, Clipper! What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Chandler, sometimes you get in the mood and it'll be Jim Rome, it'll be John Gruden. Sometimes we just we're in a silly, giggly mood. For whatever reason, you've been listening to a clip quite a bit today and repeating it yourself. And it's the Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, who said he wanted him some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
And you have listened to that and repeated that several times this afternoon. What's going on with you today?
Well,
I want me some glory hole.
The Cowboys got a win on Sunday against the Chargers.
Wait, are you debuting a new voice?
And the Pirates won on Saturday. And, I said it in a press conference, I believe in the late 2000s. I said,
I want me some glory hole.
I did, and I said I want to get back to the glory hole days.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry Jones and the glory hole days for Dallas are long gone and in the rear view.
Well, what about the Pirates?
Now, the Pirates, I don't think we've had our glory hole days yet.
Well, we had that Peach Bowl.
That was a moment in time. We had back-to-back Conference USA championships.
Could we have a Dallas, or excuse me, anything that starts with a D, I want to say Dallas.
I want me some glory hole.
But what about a Dollar General Bowl championship this year?
I don't know if I'd put that in the GH category. I need to run the table. That would be my personal glory hole for ECU football.
Well, let's do it.
All right, let's do it, Jerry.
I want me some glory hole.
We all do. That's all we really want from our teams, right? Especially if you were old enough to remember your team's glory hole days. We want those days back.
I want me some glory hole.
And we want those days to be... We want to be living in those days, right?
We want to be in the glory.
In the hole.
In the hole.
The GH, the glory hole days. Maybe the glory hole days will be soon here in Greenville.
Now, I do own the Dallas Cowboys, but who in the hell do we play this week?
the Eagles on Monday Night Football.
Oh, division champion or division match.
Hey, whoa. Division champion.
No.
Reigning and defending belongs in Landover, Maryland.
Where the hell is that?
And they're called Washington, and they don't have a team name.
Now that's hilarious.
Now
that is not being in your glory hole days.
Being 7
Wasn't there a bunch of turds and urine?
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
Thank you, Brian.
Spewing from your stadium?
That was week 1, Jerry. That was week 1. Week 2, all that was figured out. The only turds in there were all those Giant fans cheering for Daniel Jones.
Well, I guess that can count as glory hole.
All right, so Chandler's been in some kind of mood today, as he is most days. Let's do a quick rundown because we got to visit with the voice here in a few minutes. NFL news and notes, and there's a lot of it. The Bears fans, were excited for a moment. I saw several memes on this, and then went right back to slumping in their chairs. Justin Fields will be the Bears starter this week, but Matt Nagy said when Andy Dalton's healthy, Andy Dalton will be the starter. But coming up this week, Bears, Browns. It'll be Justin Fields getting the start for the Chicago Bears, his first start coming in week 3 of his rookie season. Shirley Rhodes Dolphins have some quarterback issues. Tua is out against the 2-0 Raiders. Remember when I said the Raiders would be the second best team in the West?
The Raiders.
AFC West? Maybe you don't because you weren't here that day. Because somehow in your contract you have it where you don't work Fridays.
I'm in my glory hole.
Good for you.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I know. What's up with that?
Can we not do this right now?
Jacoby Brissett will get the start against the Raiders, starting for the Miami Dolphins. So good luck with all that. Big Ben is banged up as he has been the last 15 years, but he says he's going to do everything he can to be available to play. Apparently he took a shot against the Raiders on Sunday. And we'll see if Big Ben will be able to go. Who's their backup? Is it Dwayne Haskins, or they still have Mason Rudolph? Who would play if Ben Roethlisberger can't play for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Curious about that. Anyway, more quarterback news. It'll be Davis.
What about Duck?
Duck Hodges?
Duck Hodges. Where's Duck at?
Bring back Duck.
If it flies, it dies.
That was a thing for about a week and a half, a few years ago. But Duck Hodges, haven't seen beak nor tail of Duck in a few years. Antonio Brown has been placed on the COVID-19 list. Apparently, I believe all the Bucs are vaccinated, so if that's the case and he can negative test out of it, there's a chance he could still play. But he has been a big factor in that offense through 2 weeks. Week 1, everybody but Mike Evans was a factor, and then Brady comes back week 2 and throws 2 touchdowns to Mike Evans. By the way, speaking of Tom Brady, all-time passing yards, I don't know if folks are aware of this. So Brady is second all-time behind Drew Brees. Brees has 80,358. I'm going to have to do some calculator math. Sorry. I usually try to do these off the dome, but I'm not going to do it this time. 80,358. Brady has 79,859. Brady is 499 yards away. So he's 500 yards away from becoming the all-time leading passer in NFL history. The Bucs have a great one against the Rams this week. And then do you know who they play the following week? The New England Patriots. If for those of you who think the NFL is rigged and fake, here's another notch on your belt because
do it against them.
He is going to, I don't see any way he doesn't at this point, break the all-time record against his old team, the Patriots. I mean, it is just set up perfectly.
They'll pause the game. They'll recognize that he did that. He defeated that feat.
Oh boy, words are tough.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be pageantry. There's going to be going to be dramatic.
You should stick to talking like Jerry Jones.
It's going to be his glory hole.
It is. Thank you, Jerry. This is a Sunday night game. at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and Brady is going to become the all-time leading passer. You can't script it, or can you? Yes, it was literally scripted when the schedules came out this year. So, well done, NFL. You got it. You're gonna get your big moment on Sunday Night Football. All right, let's get a Down East Wood Ducks update. We'll talk to Matt Davis coming up later on in today's program, because the Wood Ducks are in a championship series right now, with the first two games being played at Granger Stadium. Last night, the Wood Ducks fell 4-2. They are scheduled to play tonight, 7 o'clock. Tickets are $12. If you want to order early, you can for $10. This one, and we'll talk to Matt and see the latest. If it gets rained out, it'll likely be played on Thursday. So we'll give you an update on that. But right now, I guess they're still planning for a 7 o'clock baseball game. It's coming down pretty hard outside here in Greenville. Not sure what the weather looks like in Kinston, but kind of a overcast day all over eastern North Carolina with some rain coming down. So we'll have an update on that later on in the hour. Quick MLB playoff update. The Orioles lost to the Phillies last night. Was hoping that they could help out the Braves by winning that game. They did not, but Atlanta takes care of their own business, knocking off Arizona. So Atlanta still up 3 games in the National League East. The St. Louis Cardinals are going to be playoff bound, and they are that hot team right now. They have won 10 games in a row and are looking like they're going to be the second wild card behind either the Dodgers or the Giants. Right now, the Giants have a 1-game lead over San Francisco in the West. It'll be the Brewers who are going to win the Central. Rays still in control of the American League East, although Shirley's Red Sox have come on strong. They've won 6 in a row and right now are in the top spot for the wild card. They would play the Blue Jays if everything ended today in that wild card game. Igos Mariners still hanging around. They are 3 games back of Toronto. They have tied with Oakland after knocking them off 2 nights in a row. You got the White Sox dominating the Central. The Astros are going to win the West. So really it's up to that second wild card spot right now. The Yankees are a half game back of the Blue Jays. So tight races going on in Major League Baseball. You got baseball this week. You've got next week, and then it'll be playoff time in Major League Baseball. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back and visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. He'll join us on the Fixed NC live line and recap Saturday night and look ahead to Charleston Southern. Jeff Charles joins us when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will you feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Got damage from wood rot, smoke or fire, water? You can consider all of it fixed. If you've got damage, use a contractor that works for you and not your insurance company. Visit fixednc.com today or call 999-0001. That's 3 9s, 3 zeros, and a 1. Fixed NC, restore, renew, maintain. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to a big Saturday here inside the Pirate Radio studios and at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. It'll be ECU and Charleston Southern. Our pregame begins 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to the 6 o'clock kickoff. We're with you after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. It'll be Charleston Southern, and a lot of people don't know this. Jeff Charles' real name is Jefferson Charleston, and he joins us now. That's not a true fact.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
That is a cool name, though, right? Jefferson Charleston? Sounds very royal.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Jefferson
Charleston.
Sir Charleston.
Charleston is nice. You ever been to Charleston?
Charleston, yeah, I've actually been there.
All right.
No, I haven't.
Chandler, you should go.
No.
Why not?
I mean, because I don't want to.
Okay.
Because I don't want to.
Because you want to be here. You want to be working with us here at Pirate Radio each and every Saturday on our marathon game day coverage.
You've got it.
Just like you will be next Saturday. What? What?
Well, there's a problem there.
What?
I got to be at a wedding.
You got to be at a wedding. Are you getting married?
Sorta.
Wait, sorta? How do you define sorta?
Dude.
It's my best friend's glory hole days.
You can't miss your best friend's
I want me some glory hole.
Oh, Chandler, we'll talk more about that later and all next week.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
We're trying to make you feel as bad as possible.
Well, I already feel bad.
I know, but we got to make you feel worse.
Okay, well, go right ahead.
All right, let's visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. He joins us on the Fixed NC Live Line. We'll talk about what's coming up this week and recap last week. Jeff, how you doing today?
Cliff, I'm doing great, and I'm sitting here doing my homework for the game with Charleston Southern coming up on Saturday, Cliff, and there are 6 Eastern North Carolina kids on this team this year at Charleston Southern, 2 of them from Jacksonville, 1 from Beaufort. There are 2 from Vanceboro, and 1 from right here at Rose High School in Greenville. Ben Harris is a receiver on this team, and then, of course, Jeff Barber is the athletics director, and Jeff is an ECU alum, a Greenville native, Rose High graduate. So there are a lot of ties between these 2 schools, even though it's the first time the 2 have ever met in football.
We'll hear from Jeff Barber coming up on the Pirate Radio podcast with Jeff Charles later on today at 6 o'clock, available for download as well. So I have not heard that yet, Jeff. Looking forward to that conversation as you were able to catch up with him ahead of this game.
Yeah, we really have had a great relationship down through the years, Cliff. When I came to ECU in 1988, Jeff was on the staff here. He was a member of the Pirate Club staff, and we became friends then. And then, of course, Jeff moved on. He left here. He went to Furman to run the Paladin Club and did a great job and was noticed by South Carolina. And then he went down to South Carolina and ran the Gamecock Club for 10 years. And then up to Liberty, had a great run at Liberty, 10 years there as the athletics director, was out of the business for a year or so. He did something very interesting in his life we'll talk about tonight at 6 o'clock. And then Jeff had the itch again to get back into college athletics, and he's been at Charleston Southern now for 4 years doing a really good job. And, again, he's a first-class guy, and I'm proud to call him my friend and can't wait to visit with him tonight at 6 o'clock.
The voice, Jeff Charles, joining us. He'll be on the call when Charleston Southern comes into town on Saturday, and the Pirates will be coming off a win. And, Jeff, I'm glad the players, the coaches, everybody, a part of the team didn't give up on that game Saturday night, because I'll be honest, I did. Going into the fourth quarter, down 17 with 7 minutes and a little bit left on the clock. I thought it was over, just didn't think there was enough time, but the Pirates get it done with 21 fourth quarter points. Defense pitches a shutout and an absolute wild one there at Jones C. Edwards Stadium, voice, and you got to break out the paintbrush for the first time in 2021.
Absolutely, been a long time. Going back to the last game, of course, last year, the SMU game, Clip. But, yeah, what a great comeback it was, and 3 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes and 31 seconds. Pretty remarkable. You don't see that happen very often. So the Never Say Die Pirates were certainly in evidence last week in Huntington, and it was a much, much needed win for this football program and for this season, because I think most of us going into this year thought the first 4 games, if you can come out of there 2-2, including Mike Houston, the head coach, you might be in pretty good shape for the season. So they've got a chance now, if they can take care of business on Saturday, to indeed be 2-2 coming out of the first 4 games, the non-conference schedule in September. And then you get into the conference schedule, of course. We'll talk a lot more about that next week. But got to take care of business this week with Charleston Southern coming into town. 6 o'clock. I hope people respond. I hope we have another good crowd out there like for the opener a couple of weeks ago. So the stage is set to get to the 500 mark this weekend, Cliff.
And Jeff, we don't know what this win's going to turn out to mean for this team in 2021 when it's all said and done. It could be a blip on the radar, just a fun night, a great comeback, and kind of a once-in-a-season type of deal, or it could lead to something special. We talked about this, Jeff, weeks ago on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, because I heard you rolling in. I was rolling into work one day, and you were talking about this on the radio, that East Carolina just can't seem to stack wins on top of wins. They can get one here and there, but can't turn it into a winning streak. Well, now they have an opportunity to get 2 in a row, and a game you're going to be heavy favorites in this Saturday, and it sets up a huge game with Tulane to start the conference season. So I talked to Kevin Monroe about this yesterday, Jeff, and he said he thinks it is a program-changing type win. Maybe we'll look back on this one and say this is kind of where it really sparked and got going. We don't know that for sure, but there certainly is a chance that could be the case, Jeff.
Well, you're right, and I hope Kevin's right, but you're right too, Clip. We don't know. Every week's a new adventure and a new challenge, so you just have to continue to play well and stack up some wins together. But certainly it was a big win last week against a quality opponent. And Marshall was very good again this year. They're picked to win Conference USA. They had a lot of starters back from that team. They had 8 all-conference players, 4 on offense and 4 on defense. So they went up there and beat a good football team in a place that's tough to win in Huntington. So hats off, and this is one of the bigger wins the Pirates have had in recent years. Unfortunately, we can probably count them on the fingers of one hand the way things have been around here. But we'll take that one and see if the Pirates can build on it. It could be a big one, or it might not be. We just don't know when you look into the crystal ball. Who knows what's ahead? But it is a good win, and the Pirates do have a chance now to go 2-2. And then, Tulane's a football team. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but Tulane is a football team that, evenly matched, I think, with the Pirates pretty much in most positions. Talent-wise, it's just that Tulane has had East Carolina's number in recent years, and they've won 3 games in a row in the series. But it's not like you're starting the conference series with Cincinnati or UCF, the 2 top teams in this conference. You have a game at home with someone that you should be pretty evenly matched with.
Keep an eye on Tulane UAB coming up this Saturday. Should be a pretty good game when those two teams face off. Jeff, so many heroes on Saturday night, from the quarterback Holden Ahlers to Tyler Snead to Shane Calhoun and his performance. Audio Matosho came up big late. You had the offensive line doing a good job during that 2-minute drill to allow East Carolina to get the ball up and down the field. Keaton Mitchell on the defensive side, Jaquan McMillan, his interception. East Carolina again forcing fumbles, forcing turnovers. So, Jeff, could you give out one MVP award the other night? Who was Jeff's MVPs for that game on Saturday?
Oh, I think I've got to go with Holden Ahlers. And there are a lot of guys that could be 1A. As you just mentioned, it was a total team effort, usually is when you win a game. But how about Holden? I mean, he was terrific, and, he is a baller, and he is absolutely the leader of this football team. I heard C.J. Johnson on with you guys talking about when it got into crunch time in the fourth quarter, how Holden got the offense together and said, guys, don't panic here. Let's take it, a play at a time, a series at a time. We can come back and we can win this game. And I think they really did rally behind Holden. And we know the numbers he put up last week, Clip, 30 of 47, over 300 yards passing. And, he just did a terrific job. He ran for a touchdown. He caught a touchdown pass. I mean, what more could you ask of the guy? And, it's pretty amazing, too, in a football game, when you do throw it in a college game 47 times and you don't have any of them picked, which was big, too, because the Pirates couldn't afford to have turnovers up there, and they did force 3 turnovers again, which was really good for Blake Harrell's defense. But to answer your question, I've got to go with Holden Ahlers as the MVP last week.
There you go. Jeff Charles joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. And, Jeff, we also had the tragic news about Miles Berry's father passing away last week, and he's able to you play in the game, and not just play, but have 7 tackles, the second leading tackler for the Pirates on that Saturday night there in Huntington at Marshall. And we saw some video post-game of the players rallying around him after he gets the game ball, and just can't imagine what he's going through, Jeff, and for him to be able to play well, and, for all his teammates, coaches to be there for him. It was a pretty special moment, and one of those moments where you say, okay, maybe the score and football isn't the end-all be-all. A lot more important things going on, but that was a fantastic moment, and happy Miles Berry could be happy about that after the game.
Well, very tragic with his father, only 56 years old, Clip, and he passed away with COVID in Greensboro, their hometown. And so our hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to the family. Coach Houston is going to attend the service tomorrow for Miles' dad and be there for Miles, and I was almost shocked, to be honest with you. Miles was at the press conference yesterday as the 3 players, and I did have a chance to sit down and visit with him, and we talked about what he's been going through here the last few days. I have not talked to Miles Berry very often until this year, and Cliff, this is way before this tragedy hit. I can't be more impressed with a young guy in this program than with him. He is so well-spoken, and he is so polite and such a nice young man, and as I understand it, he is an only child in the family, which, makes it tough. It's just a real tragic situation when someone that young loses their life, and again, our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to the Berry family, and Coach Houston's there for him, his teammates are there for him, and I know all of the Pirate Nation is there for Miles. He's a first-class quality kid.
Yeah, Jeff, and man, what an impressive young man to be able to talk to the media, talk about his tragic loss and what he was able to do yesterday and what he did on the field. He'll be back on the field this Saturday when the Pirates take on Charleston Southern. And Jeff, you said you're going over your notes on this Buccaneers team. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about them. I know they blew out the Citadel and got blown out by Monmouth. So not a lot of results so far this year, just a couple of games, and they hadn't played in a close game yet. So what, if anything, do you know outside of they do have some local kids about this Buccaneers team?
Well, I know they like to go fast on offense, Cliff, and the Pirates are going to have to be ready for that because their offense is a fast tempo. And they've got a good little quarterback. His name is Jack Chambers. He's from Lilburn, Georgia, and he's really quick. He's not very big. He's 5'10", 180 pounds, but they do a lot of things with him. They feature the ball in his hands an awful lot. He throws it pretty well, 61% coming into the game. He's already thrown for 454 yards through 2 games. He threw for 4 touchdowns against the Citadel, and he also runs well. He's got some pretty good speed. He's run for 108 yards. So it all starts with the quarterback, Jack Chambers. They've got a good running back, a young man by the name of J.D. Moore. He's 5'11", 180. He's a sophomore. He's run for 140 yards. And one of the local kids is their top receiver, Demetrius Jones. Demetrius is from Jacksonville, and he has 9 catches, a 10.6-yard average, and a long grab of 13. They spread it around. They've got a number of guys who catch passes. The starting center is one of their best offensive linemen. He's another local kid from Jacksonville, from Episcopal School. His name is Jacob Tilsky. And he's a big kid, big center, 6'4", 280 pounds. So they've got some players, Cliff, and they've got some good players on defense as well. Another good receiver I did mention that I should have mentioned is Gareth Schwarting. He had 4 touchdown catches against the Citadel. He's kind of a Tyler Snead, Blake Prohl kind of guy, but he's a really good receiver for them. So, you can't rest on your laurels here coming off that big win. You got to be ready to go every week. And that Monmouth team they played last week is good. Monmouth is certainly under the radar, and they are an FCS program, but they are picked to win the Big South, and they are ranked in the top 20 this week in the FCS poll. So that is a very good team that they played last week and lost to. And, for the city of Charleston, that's a big game with them beating the Citadel. The Citadel's in the Southern Conference, and Charleston Southern is in the Big South. So for Charleston Southern to beat the Citadel in the city rivalry, if you will, that was a big win for them coming out of the gate. So they've got some weapons. They've got an outstanding coach in Autry Denson.
Yeah.
Got all the great Notre Dame running backs. And Autry Denson is the all-time leading rusher in the history of Notre Dame football with 4,300 yards. This is his team. He's an offensive guy. So they're going to be well coached, and you got to be ready to go on Saturday.
Yeah, I had a great chat with Coach Denson this offseason. I really enjoyed catching up with him, Jeff, because for me, I remember him running the football at Notre Dame and being one of the best players in college football back in the 90s. Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, looking around college football, and you probably didn't have too much time to check in on this on Saturday, getting ready for your broadcast, but Cincinnati goes to Bloomington. They get it done. They beat Indiana. Now they're going to be rooting for Notre Dame to beat Wisconsin this week. That game coming up noon Saturday in Chicago, because if Notre Dame wins, that'll certainly up them in the rankings. And then Cincinnati will have an opportunity to go to South Bend and beat a top 10 football team. So the Bearcats, Luke Fickle and company, continuing to get it done, Jeff. They got a showdown with Notre Dame coming up next week, which could be, top 10 versus top 10 matchup.
Yeah, that could be the featured game. I haven't looked ahead to the schedule a week from this Saturday, Clip, but one would think that certainly has to be right at the top as far as the matchup is concerned. I did see a little bit of that game. We were still in the hotel room, and that game kicked off, I think, at noon last week when Cincinnati was on television against Indiana over in Bloomington. And I did watch a little bit of that game before we had to go to the stadium. But, it's the same old Cincinnati that we've seen. They've got so many guys back. Desmond Ritter at quarterback, and they've got that outstanding running back and those big tight ends, and they play great defense. They've got a great defensive line, so it's basically the same cast of characters. It's no doubt as to why they're so good again this year, because they're a veteran team. And yes, they've got a big one coming up a week from Saturday, and it's going to be a really interesting matchup. I'm sure we'll see all the stories next week, especially in the Cincinnati media, about how big that game is. One of the biggest games, I'm sure, in the history of Cincinnati football. So hats off to them. I mean, they've really turned that thing around, and we talk oftentimes about back in the day when the Pirates used to beat the Bearcats like a drum.
Yeah.
And that thing has really turned around, and Luke Fickle's done a great job. But they've had other great coaches there as well. Of course, one of the storylines will be Brian Kelly, the Notre Dame head coach, was at Cincinnati before he went to Notre Dame, and they've had other really good coaches there in recent years as well that have really gotten that program off and running, and now Fickle's really taken it to a different level. So they're good, and the Pirates will get a shot at them late in the season, as you well know, Cliff.
Jeff, I never asked you to pick a winner, but I'm going to do it this time because you've seen both of these teams this year. Coming up Thursday night, 7:30 on ESPN, Marshall at Appalachian State. The Mountaineers are a 7-point home favorite in that one. Marshall coming off that loss. App State has looked good all year, even in their loss to Miami. So the Voices pick for Thursday night. Who you got in that matchup, Jeff?
Well, I'm not just saying this because the Pirates lost to Appalachian State and then the Pirates beat Marshall, but I have to go with Appalachian State, and the home field is one of the big reasons. If that game was at Marshall, I don't know which way I would go, but because the game is in Boone, got to go with Appalachian. I think it's going to be a really, really good football game and a couple of really good, evenly matched teams. That's what I'm going to watch tomorrow night, Clip, because I think it's going to be such a good game. Should be a really good atmosphere in Boone as well. And I tell you what, I really like both quarterbacks. They're going to be fun to watch. Grant Wells at Marshall last week, I was really impressed with him. Now he had the pick at the end of the game that Jaquan McMillan picked off for the Pirates, but other than that, he puts the ball on the money on almost every single throw, and he's got a lot of zip on it. And then Chase Bryce, we saw him, of course, against the Pirates, and we know he's a really good quarterback too. So I think the quarterback matchup is really good. I think they're pretty even with the running backs. I think Appalachian's a little deeper with the running backs. But, Clip, I'll tell you this, and I was talking with Coach Houston about this after the game and some other folks on the staff, and this kid at Marshall, Rasheen Ali, I watched him on tape and saw him earlier on TV, and I thought, well, he's okay. He's a decent back. But I tell you what, that guy's really, really good. And they're talking about him. I mean, he's only a freshman, but they're already talking about him playing at the next level. He's a really, really good player. So, he might give Marshall a big game tomorrow night as well. I think probably size-wise and speed-wise are probably matched up pretty even. I just think it's going to be a heck of a football game, but you asked me for a prediction, and I'll go with the Mountaineers.
Jeff, I don't remember seeing Pirate defenders crossed up like that on a football field. Like they were the other night. It looked more like Ali was Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving with the crossover, just taking ECU players' ankles on those runs. He was incredible. And one thing on Grant Wells, Jeff, kudos to the coaching staff and kudos to Wells. He is not afraid to chunk it down the field, voice. And we talked about it with Kevin yesterday. Even in most down and distances where you would throw short, throw 7 yards, just get the first down, he would absolutely chunk it. He had ECU defenders on their heels that entire game because he is not afraid to throw the deep ball. And like you said, he can throw it pretty good.
Yeah, he really can. Now, a couple of those throws, I questioned a little bit on, third and short, deep, and they came up empty.
Yeah.
But to your point, Clip, I mean, he's really good, and my goodness, he's still a freshman. They threw him in the fire last year. They were so confident with him. They had a starting quarterback there, Isaiah Green, you may remember, and they basically let him go out of the program because they figured that this kid was ready to take over, and he has been that. And back to Ali again. Cliff, it just goes to show you, I looked him up before the Pirates, of course, played up there. He was just a 2-star recruit out of Cleveland, Ohio, that basically nobody recruited him much.
Wow.
So you can still find these guys. I mean, they're still out there. He wasn't some big 4 or 5-star guy that Big Ten schools from that part of the country were after. He slipped through the cracks. Sometimes you wonder, a kid that talented, how he can slip through, but it still happens.
Jeff, we'll let you run. I got sports trivia coming up tonight at AJ's. Looking forward to that. So I'll be missing AEW Grand Slam And I'm not a huge tennis fan, but for whatever reason, the U.S. Open, if it's on and I'm flipping around, I will watch it. I love the stadium. I love the Arthur Ashe Stadium, just the setup for it. It's kind of quaint, but looks like a really nice arena or a really nice venue for a sporting event. The AEW will be inside of that stadium for AEW Grand Slam tonight, and it's got some great matchups coming up. Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson will be the headliner there, but wrestling in that scene, Jeff, is going to be wild. That's coming up tonight, 8:00. Check that out for me, Jeff, and let me know what I missed, because that should be a lot of fun.
I will do it for sure, Clip, and like we've talked over the last couple of years, I really like the AEW promotion and all the things that they're doing, and this is just another example of how they're marketing the product and bringing, I think, maybe people who are not mainstream wrestling fans, hardcore wrestling fans, but folks outside of that little arena, exposing the product to maybe some other folks that maybe don't pay a whole lot of attention to wrestling. I think that's a smart thing to do, and yet they've still got kind of the old principles of the old wrestling with bringing back some of the guys that I grew up with and still making them a part of their wrestling promotion along with all the new talent. So, hats off to them. I think they're really smart at what they're doing. And as we have talked, the Khan family has more money than sense, maybe, but they've gotten into this thing big time. And they've done a wonderful job, I think, with the promotion. The Khan family owns the Jacksonville Jaguars and I guess everything else down there. So they've got deep pockets, and they're able to do this kind of stuff and have a good television contract. And like we said, it's fun to watch. It's a good product.
More money than sense is a phrase I'll be using moving forward. I like that one, Jeff. Appreciate you giving me that one today. The voice, Jeff Charles, joining us. Jeff, we'll see you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Also, before that, we'll talk to you Friday on the UB Pirate Preview, coming up live noon Friday on Pirate Radio. You'll be live at University Book Exchange.
Yep, UBE on Fridays this year at 12 noon. And then, again, a reminder, Jeff Barber, the Director of Athletics at Charleston Southern, a Greenville native, J.H. Rose graduate, ECU graduate. He will be with me tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll also repeat that interview clip tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as well. So I think you'll really enjoy hearing from Jeff. We talked about what it was like to grow up in Greenville in the 60s and the 70s when he was here, and going through college and being at ECU, and then getting started, of course, in his college athletic administration career. And a lot of folks probably don't know this, but Jeff also has a background in professional baseball, and so we'll talk about that as well. So I think longtime Pirate fans especially will enjoy hearing from Jeff Barber tonight.
No doubt about it. Jeff, thank you for joining us. We'll hear from you at 6 again on Friday, and we'll talk to you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Voice, appreciate you joining us.
Okay, Cliff, thank you so much.
A visit with the voice on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back, talk to another voice, the voice of the Down East Wood Ducks. Matt Davis will join us to talk about Game 1 of the championship series last night as the Woodies fell to the Charleston River Dogs. Game 2 coming up tonight, weather permitting. We'll get a weather update in Kinston and talk to Matt Davis when we return to wrap up hour number 1 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, and we are excited to announce that we will be opening our second location in Winterville soon. Right now, our growing company is hiring team members for all positions for both locations. We need managers, bartenders, servers, cooks, and dishwashers. If you're looking for an opportunity to be on a fun and exciting restaurant team, then come see us today. Apply in person at Tiebreakers at Bells Fork. Check us out at tiebreakersnc.com.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ says daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock on Wednesday nights. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Shirley Road's letting the beat drop here on a Wednesday edition.
You know how to do it on a hump day.
Let the beat drop. Chandler, Panthers injury news for Thursday night.
Oh, no.
Yetur
Gross-Matos.
Gross-Matos will not be playing Thursday night.
Yeah.
Against the Texans.
That's a bummer, but hopefully we'll get him back next week.
See if you need him against the Texans. Panthers trying to get 2-3-0.
Well, we still got Brian Burns and Hassan Reddick.
All right, you got some parts there, no doubt. All right, as we look outside the Pirate Radio studios right now, it is not currently raining, but it has been a wet day here in Eastern North Carolina. We'll get a weather report and a baseball report in Kinston, North Carolina. Game 2 of the championship series scheduled to go tonight between the Down East Wood Ducks and the Charleston River Dogs. And Matt Davis is the play-by-play voice of the Woodies. He joins us once again on Pirate Radio Live. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Good, Cliff. It's been a while. What happened? I missed you guys. It's been a while since I last talked to you guys.
Well, Matt, football started and got a bit sidetracked, so my apologies. But we appreciate all the chats we had with you during the summer, and thanks for coming on now. We heard you earlier in the week on the Brian Bailey Show. Matt, give us a prediction, I guess. Are you going to be calling some baseball tonight at Granger Stadium? Is the weather going to hold off for you guys?
We've been staring at the radar for the last 48 hours. We were staring at it. Honestly, we were doing weather reports Monday, yesterday, today. We knew we were going to get yesterday in. We were nervous about today. But from the latest, wave of text messages in our group chat, it looks like the rain's going to stop at 5:45, and we should be good for a 7 o'clock first pitch with no issues.
That is great. And last night in Granger Stadium, the Woodies fell to Charleston 4-2. So game 2 coming up tonight. This is a best-of-5 series. The series will move to Charleston after tonight. So this will be the last opportunity for you to go out and see the Woodies. We talked to Wade Howe earlier in the week on the show, Matt, and tickets are $12. If you order ahead, $10. So an affordable night to see some championship baseball going on at Granger Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that anybody that's seen the Wood Ducks play at home this season knows that, this is a really great team coached by an unbelievable coaching staff with a manager in Carlos Cardoza, Steve Mintz, who's been in Downey since the inaugural season in 2017, Eric Dorton, the hitting coach. I mean, these guys come prepared every day to play, and it wasn't any different last night. It was in a tremendous game and a 4-2. It was a lot. The score describes how the game was played. It was very close. And it was kind of a nail-biter all the way from first pitch to final out in 3 hours and 2 minutes on the air.
Yeah, that's a heck of a game last night at Granger Stadium. Man, when we talk minor league baseball, everybody is trying to get themselves individually better so they can make it, up the ranks in minor league and eventually make it to the show in Major League Baseball. But when you come down the stretch of a season and you got an opportunity to win a championship, and these guys have been together for so long, the core of players on this team, does it feel any different to you calling these games, watching these games, that now not only are these guys playing to individually get better and to get noticed by the Rangers organization, but they want to win a championship? Does it become more of almost a team sport when you get down to this point in the season?
It's always a team sport. I think that it's from, opening day until the final game of the season, no matter what, you're always trying to develop. So naturally, things happen in the ebbs and flows of a regular minor league season. You have guys go up, you have guys go down, you have guys promoted to your team. So I think that, it's been nice to have a core group of guys here that have been from start to finish. But, me as a broadcaster, this is my third season, fourth year in minor league baseball, and it's just a real good sight to see for me to see these guys growing and to see them this is not the same team from what I saw back in May. They have grown in so many different ways, and it's just nice to see that on the field. And, I see it every day with these guys showing up and working as hard as they do, that these guys all have gotten better. And I walk in the clubhouse now, and I know that these guys not only want to win these guys want to win a championship. And before it was trying to grow and develop for the season, and they were like, I want to play for a championship if we have a championship this season. And now that we're here, walking through the clubhouse for the last 2 days, there's a definite energy that you feel that these guys seriously want to win a championship, and that's nice to witness.
That's pretty cool. Some baseball going on tonight, weather permitting, at Granger Stadium, 7 o'clock, as the Down East Wood Ducks take on Charleston. Game 3 is scheduled for Friday in Charleston, Saturday Game 4, and then if necessary, all those games, if necessary, Sunday would be the Game 5, the finale. So, Matt, set up Game 2 for us tonight. What does the pitching situation look like for the Woodies?
It's not going to be easy for Down East. They're going up against Seth Johnson, the right-hander who pitched last Wednesday, pitched 5 innings, allowed a run on 5 hits. gets his fastball upwards of 98 miles an hour. He complements that with an absolute dirty slider. Talked to our fourth coach today. He said if Seth Johnson's slider is working, we're in trouble. Which, you hope as a Wood Duck fan, and I'm hoping as their broadcaster, that Seth Johnson does not have his slider tonight. Hopefully he left it in Charleston or during the little break when they were deciding whether they were going to go to Salem or not. Hopefully he sent his slider to Salem accidentally. But we've got on the mound the right-hander John Matthews. He's pitched relatively well. He's been very consistent with the Wood Ducks. I enjoy watching him. He's very funky. He has two different arm slots that he throws from, and you never know when he's going to drop down and start throwing from his sidearm angle. But I talked to Carlos, and he said that the first two guys, Collier and Matthews, are the two freshest arms in the rotation, and that's why they're starting these first two games.
Who are the stars at the plate for fans that want to go out and see some championship baseball tonight? Who's been leading the way these last couple weeks? Who's going to be a factor tonight, Matt?
I'm going to throw out one name. He's the first and only position player to win the Player of the Week for the Wood Ducks. It was Christian Inoa, who actually hit 500 against these Charleston River Dogs the last week of the season. He hit a home run last night. Cody Freeman hit back-to-back with him. It's the first time that the Wood Ducks have gone back-to-back since July, and only the second time in 2021 that they've gone back-to-back in an inning. But it's probably going to be much of the same lineup that we've seen: Luis Angel Acuna, Keber Rodriguez, Cody Freeman, Thomas Sajaci. 1 through 9, if these batters get hot, we saw them take 8 out of 12 against the Charleston River Dogs in 2021. They were 4-2 in Charleston in May. They were 4-2 at home to close out the season, which is why they've earned a place in this 2021 championship series. But it's probably, I'm not going to lie to you, I think it's going to be the same 1 through 9 for most of this series, with Acuna, Inoa, Jace Easley, the 2021 second-round pick for the Rangers, Aaron Zavala from Oregon. Probably flip-flop with the catchers, Xavier Valentin and Randy Florentino. But 1 through 9, I think these guys are very dangerous if they can finally, quit that fire that they found from last week.
Should be a fun, cool night for baseball coming up tonight in Kinston at historic Granger Stadium. Game 2 of the championship series between the Down East Wood Ducks and the Charleston River Dogs. Matt Davis will be on the call for the Woodies. And Matt, this will be it for the Wood Ducks in the 2021 season. What you started to plan for your off season yet? What do you got cooking up these next few weeks?
It's actually kind of funny. I had a family friend, and our moms have grown up across the street from each other since they were little. I've known this girl since we were in diapers. She's actually getting married on Saturday. She called me 2 weeks ago because I haven't RSVP'd yet, and I kind of told her that I don't know. We're one game out from a playoff spot, and I'll probably be able to tell you the last day of the season. But who wants to hear 6 days before their wedding if a guest is coming or not? It's probably not polite.
Yeah.
But me and her are family, and she said it doesn't matter if you tell me the day before. I want you there. And I actually called her from a broadcast while we were in a commercial break, and I gave her and her soon-to-be husband a shout-out. They were listening, and they really appreciated it. I said, I don't know if I'll be there, but I hope you know that I love you both very much, and I'm looking forward to meeting him. And hope you guys are chanting "Go Wood Ducks" from Colorado. But
there you go.
Honestly, it's probably just going to be winding down. Spending a lot more time with my dog, going fishing trips to the beach. I probably might make a trip home to Fort Worth, Texas, and then back up to visit family in New York and New Jersey. But honestly, I'm probably going to enjoy just relaxing, and I'll definitely be missing baseball. To go 600 days without it,
yeah,
it seems like this season came and went at the snap of a finger. So I'm definitely going to miss this season very much.
Well, Matt, we've enjoyed your time here on Pirate Radio Live and joining us on Pirate Radio. We'll keep in touch. Maybe we'll talk some Bama football with you during the season. Get you on the show during the baseball off season just to give you something to do.
I appreciate that. I'm tuning into my iPad and setting it up during Wood Ducks games, so I'll be calling the game and muting my iPad as Bama football plays. But there was a couple of calls in the middle of a Wood Ducks game that I was pumping my fist when something good for Alabama happened during the Miami game. somebody looked at me, they're like, it's just a single. I said, oh, no, I'm watching the Bama game, too. That's why I got so excited.
Multitasking. Good work there, Matt. Matt Davis joining us. Matt, have a great call tonight, man. Go Woodies, and hopefully they can bring home a championship. Thanks for your time today. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again down the road.
Thanks, Cliff. I appreciate it, and talk to you guys soon.
All right, there is Matt Davis joining us on the Fixed NC live line. And speaking of Fixed NC, Mike Mullis is inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers' performance on Monday Night Football. Are the Packers back?
RELAX.
We'll ask him about Sam Darnold's performance on Sunday. We'll let Chandler and Mully go at it, as they tend to do.
He didn't do good.
Don't even say his name.
He didn't. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Well, he joins us to kick off hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more for you after Shirley plays the song.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Got lost in the sauce, girlfriend.
Yeah, I kind of got lost there for a second.
We're back after the beat drop.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money at Carolina Wealth Management. We believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Welcome back. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Coming up later on this hour, we'll hear what DJ Ford and Miles Berry had to say to the media yesterday when they spoke about East Carolina's victory over Marshall and getting over that and getting ready for a Charleston Southern game coming up this Saturday as the Pirates return to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Also, Bryce Williams will join us in the 5 o'clock hour. He was fired up Saturday night during ECU's win and Shane Calhoun getting involved, so we'll talk to Bryce about that. It was a victory weekend. Mike Mullis's Packers pulled out a win on Monday night. Trailing at halftime to the Lions, Mully, but then relax. The offense took over. Jared Goff can't play in the rain, apparently. Started fumbling the ball, and all is right with the world.
Yeah, yeah, they won. I mean,
you sent off angry text early in the game.
Yeah, the defense was terrible.
It was bad.
Terrible in the first half. And then actually, I don't know how good a defense we played in the second half because the turnover opportunities were there. So it's a win. You know, of course, I don't know. We'll see how this whole thing shakes out.
Mully, I got to pay attention to pretty much every minute of every Pirate game due to my duties on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. If not for that, I probably would have flipped Saturday night to see what else was on, watch some other games. Did you give up on the Pirates the other night?
I was doing both. I was flipping. Of course, it was easy because we couldn't
flip Facebook.
Yeah, you consuming it through your devices. So anyway, I had that on the iPad and kept up with it, and then got wrapped up in some other games, and then it's kind of third quarter. I was kind of it'll be a tough one. But I kept looking back, and then was obviously extremely engaged for the fourth quarter.
Shocking, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to say so.
ECU scored 19 week 1, 17 week 2,
and 21 in the fourth.
21 in 7.5 minutes.
Right. It was obviously an exciting game, and I've heard so many folks liken it to the Peach Bowl game. That's kind of been the common comparison. So yeah, it was a great game, great win, and
now what do you do with it though?
You go play this weekend.
You got to.
Yesterday's home runs don't win tomorrow's game, so you got to you go play. You go play this weekend.
Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, as Rick Smith says.
Yeah, all those things are true.
Love a good cliche.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
It is. Pirates will take on Charleston Southern. Mully. We talk a lot about fan attendance, and I think we talked to you about what a win over App State would do for the South Carolina game. Well, that didn't happen. How many butts were added to seats after that Marshall comeback? Because folks said not only did ECU lose the home opener, they had bad experiences at Dowdy-Ficklin.
Yep.
So how many seats?
A tremendous number. I mean, I don't think there's any question. And game time's good, and the weather's supposed to be nice. So all those things add up to a positive football experience. But Yeah, I think obviously that win against Marshall, man, was. I think that's the difference in people driving from, just for example, Raleigh, as opposed to not driving from Raleigh after a big win like that. So, but you know, and the easiest thing to do as Pirate fans, and we've all done it as long as I can remember. You know, you look back and go, man, it'd been really cool if we'd have beat South Carolina right now. You know, 2-1, and then have a chance to go 3-1. But you know, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year round.
Another Mully cliche. Mike Mullis joining us today inside the Pirate Radio studios. Remind me to talk Ryder Cup with you. I need to know,
man.
I want to know what I need to know heading into that. We'll talk some baseball as well. Sticking with football. Last week, I mean,
Panthers played great.
They did.
Okay, good. I'm moving on.
That's it?
Yeah, good for them.
I mean,
they're still not going to make the playoffs.
Really?
No.
Are the Saints? Because you loved the Saints last week. Saints were world beaters last week.
And how many men were the Saints down? I mean, like 7 coaches or something.
How many fine men were they down?
They were down
last week.
They were down.
They were down like one player.
Go ahead, Chandler.
No, I did tell you off the air yesterday about my negative side, my negative thinking. We played a terrible Jets team that's going to be terrible for years to come. We played a Saints team that was, I think a lot of their coaching staff was gone.
Yeah.
They had the players out with COVID. We have an easy streak going here with tomorrow night with the Texans, poor David Culley.
Yeah, they don't
We
even
played
have a
the
quarterback.
Falcons. The Falcons are terrible. So it's like the Panthers are set up to win, but we're doing what we're supposed to do, and that's win the football game.
Well, as I told you when you told me that, the losses will come. Don't worry.
Oh, I know.
You can only beat who you're playing, and and that may be the reason they do make the playoffs somehow back into it, is because they
get to play the Falcons twice.
They're so front end loaded with pansies. So I mean, it's
Pansies.
But we'll see, man. I'm not an anti Panthers guy. I just it's just more fun to pick at Chandler.
You're more anti me and Chandler guy.
I wouldn't don't welcome yourself to mine and Chandler's party.
Oh, okay. I
We're having fun
apologize.
up in here.
Now you guys.
You don't know the password.
All right, my bad. Mike is asking, why is Mike Mullis holding the football?
I just, you know what? Why not?
Oh, good answer.
I mean, it was here.
Mike also follows that up with, is holding the football supposed to be funny?
It depends if you laugh at it or not, I guess. How about no. Yeah, no, it's not.
If you throw it and hit me in the head, is that what you're going to say?
Might be comical.
God.
Chandler, what do you think? Should I hit him in the head? No.
Go for it.
I like how the vibes have switched this week. Now you're against me. I'll see if I can take it 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So Mully,
no, I did. Like last week, I felt bad. Like I left, and I told Shirley when you guys were having a conference a little bit ago. I said, I felt a little bad. I almost wore a Panthers hat and a Pirates T-shirt just to win Chandler back and let him know that it's okay.
No, you show him the tough love, like
I
you
still
showed
love
me.
you, Mully.
Okay,
you show me that sometimes.
I do. I mean,
you're tough. You're tough to crack, Mully.
I do feel like I'm becoming a little more curmudgeonly lately. Like I do.
It's always been the same.
Has it always been the same? Okay.
Nah, you always had it.
Well,
3-run homer for Austin Meadows, who is the first Rays player with 100 RBIs since a former third baseman,
Wade Boggs.
No, you're going back too far. He did play for the Rays.
He did play for the Rays.
Evan Longoria was the player I was looking for. I saw that stat the other day. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll do some MLB playoff races. We will do some Ryder Cup and talk more Mully when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Ooh, look at all that Parmesan cheese on that papadilla. Our freshly folded flatbread filled with juicy meats and melted cheese now has a crunchy, toasty outside. Now that's what's poppin'. Order today at papajohns.com.
Hey, Pirate fans, order the new Parmesan Crusted Papadilla for only $7. The new Parmesan Crusted Papadilla is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Watch our prices fall at Bostic Sugg Furniture. All the gotta get it now looks and styles are in. We have what you need to add warmth and beauty to any room. Sofas, sectionals, and motion furniture from the best brands. Lazy Boy, Bassett & Rowe, all in stock with huge in-stock savings. And the more you buy, the more you save. Up to $720 back, plus great savings on Serta and Restonic mattresses. So watch our prices fall at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Blue 42! Blue 42!
Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Brian Coleman or CJ Messerly at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Pirate Radio.
You know, if you're going to put your name on something, it better be your best work.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. See, this is dumb. I like talking NFL week to week, but...
Oh, yeah, what do we got?
Fan-sided. I don't know what that is. Derek Carr is not getting any love as a serious MVP candidate.
It's 2 games in.
It is week 2
on,
heading into
people.
week 3.
Come on.
Can you not just say Derek Carr is having had a great 2 weeks? Raiders are 2-0. MVP candidate?
Why did you even bring that up? That's ridiculous.
Because I feel like you weren't mad enough today.
Okay, that's stupid.
We got to get you mad about something. I wish I had an article about Sam Darnold on the same topic, but unfortunately I don't. Mully, the Blue Jays are in a playoff race. Yankees fans probably tuned into this one scoreboard watching, because right now the Red Sox would be the first wild card in the American League. The Blue Jays would play them in the wild card game, and the Yankees right there behind them, I think a half game back of the Blue Jays. So it's the AL East teams battling right now. Boston has won 6 in a row when they really needed to. Of course, the Blue Jays have been on a great streak here late in the season. But how closely you following what's going on right now in these wild card races?
I've been keeping up with it. Again, we talked about it before. The Blue Jays are awfully fun to watch, and keeping up with it. But it will continue to tighten for the next couple weeks, and then it'll be very, very interesting, I think, coming down to the wire. The Yankees are scuffling. The Red Sox are ridiculously bad statistically, but still finding a way to hang on. And what's funny to me is there already is the conversation about a potential lockout in December, and, they'll shut it down until going back to spring training. And again, just as I'm starting to kind of warm back up to Major League Baseball, now they're talking about going on strike due to renegotiation, and it's just so, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I don't even think they realize how fragile their product is right now. Like, it is just getting blasted by the NFL, the NBA.
Yeah.
There's the last thing they need to do is alienate the core fans that are still hanging
that they
on.
have left. Yeah, at this point. That is that's a good point. Braves up 3 games over the Phillies. The Phillies playing the Orioles, Braves playing the Diamondbacks. So both of those teams got wins last night.
Phillies in a little better spot than they were last time we spoke. They were they really scuffled 2 weeks ago, but they've kind of got it figured out. Again, this thing's all about who gets hot right now, and obviously you've had to do what you needed to do to be in a position to be a postseason team. But anybody can get hot, and I again, it wouldn't surprise me in the least to see a team like the Blue Jays just catch fire and blaze all the way through this thing.
I think that's possible, especially in the American League with the Astros, the White Sox, and the Rays.
That's right.
But on the National League side of things, I mean, even though the Dodgers aren't in first, they're 1 game back of the Giants, it still feels like it all runs through L.A. Like the Braves, I think, could probably play a decent series with the Brewers. That would be their first-round matchup, but they're not going to beat the Dodgers. I'm fascinated to see what the Giants do in the postseason. Like, is this just a crazy, abnormal regular season they've had, and it ends in a whimper in the postseason, or do they make a run?
But you know what? It's all sports to me are so much less predictable and even projectable than they have been before. I mean, we've obviously there's the wild card factor of having everybody healthy to even participate in the games or postseason series, and the Dodgers, man, they've had a propensity to kind of lay an egg, in big situations late. So obviously they've won it as well. So I mean, who knows?
Did they? Are they a legitimate World Series champion in a COVID year? A shortened COVID year? That's up to you.
I think that's up to whoever's listening to this to decide for themselves. If they're a Dodgers fan, they're going absolutely
right.
But it's. I mean, again, you can only win the games you're allowed to play.
They are, but it's something that
it's definitely,
if they lose this year, you'll hear people say, "Well, they still haven't won."
No, that's right.
A 162 regular season,
and I would agree with that
with fans, and
I would agree with that. I mean, if you look at what the bar that has been set historically is 162 games, and you fight your way through the whole thing, and then the winner comes out the end. They didn't do that. So I would say it takes a little bit of shine off the penny, but at the same time, they got the rings and the bonuses and everything that goes along with being a World Series champ.
All right, Mully, let's talk Ryder Cup because football, Braves, a lot going on.
Yeah.
Why should I be jacked up for this Ryder Cup coming up this week?
Look, man, and I love it anyway, but the coverage has been really gotten me fired up because the fans are already raucous out there, and it's, let's face it, being in Wisconsin, that's a crowd that's not afraid to bend the elbow with the cold beer at the other end of the arm. So I do think it was kind of cool. The European team came out today in green and gold with cheesehead deals on for their practice round and threw out cheesehead. So they're
trying to get some fans.
Well, and you know what kind of makes me go, okay, well why didn't the U.S. do that? Why didn't the U.S. kind of pander to the Green Bay fans in Wisconsin and make this thing into a football atmosphere? But now the Europeans have done that. Maybe that takes a little bit of the edge off. Maybe I don't know, but I think the weather's going to be a huge consideration. There's some concern about the kind of up and down winds and different things, and when you look at it on paperclip, it's a no-brainer. When you look at ranked players, when you look at all those things, that we have more top 10. We have all these things, we being the U.S. The European team, it still just seems like Big Brother's coming to our backyard to kick us around, because that's the way it's been as of late. So I don't know, a lot of interesting storylines. Of course, such a big deal is being made out of Koepka and DeChambeau, and they apparently staged or not staged met on the range the other day, and now DeChambeau came out and said they'd had dinner and done whatever, and they're in great place and everything's good, but they did a kind of a public shaking hands or whatever on the range, and you kind of you good, yeah, you good, yeah, pat each other on the back, and then of course PGA of America couldn't wait to get it out.
All right, so this begins Friday 8 a.m. Golf Channel and Peacock, Saturday 8 a.m. Golf Channel Peacock, Sunday 12 p.m. to 6 on NBC and Peacock. Can you explain to me the format? So they have like foursome and four-ball matches, it says, for Friday, Saturday, and then single matches Sunday. Can you help me out?
Yeah, so obviously let's go backwards. The single matches are self-explanatory, okay? And then the four-ball matches are four players, so there'll be an alternate shot and a best ball is basically what it boils down to, but you have four competitors in the group.
2 and 2?
Correct.
Okay. And each side chooses the two they want together.
And they do it like a kind of a snake draft, the way they pick it. I'm sure there's somebody can do a better job of explaining this, but like it's like doing a fantasy draft. You pick, I pick, and then it doubles. So you pick, I pick 2, you pick whatever. I mean,
and I guess
they
matters,
don't do
right?
Like the President's Cup, they go, here's who we're sending. Here's our team. Here's how we're sending it out. They do it a little bit different with the Ryder Cup.
And I guess it matters because I have seen in the past people be critical, like, well, why did you pair these two up instead of these two?
Yeah.
Does it matter? I mean, can you really get into the weeds with all that? Like,
and I would even ask the same thing when you have guys that are this elite and this close to being.
Why does it matter, right?
But guys hit the ball further, and some guys are maybe better escaping trouble. One guy may putt a little bit better. So when you're looking at the alternate shot deal, that's probably I would think you'd want to be careful with that. But you're right. I think it's personalities and some comfort and that type of thing would be in my mind's eye more important than trying to match skill sets.
And is it bad as an American that if you give me the option of like this weird Bryson Brooks meltdown thing happening or an American victory, I would choose the former?
You would rather see them getting a fight on the golf course or something?
Definitely. By far.
Yeah, that's
that is bad.
That would be a little more than embarrassing.
Okay.
And that ain't going to happen.
I know.
You can get over that.
It's not. I'm over it already.
I mean, if that's the one thing you're hoping to take away from the Ryder Cup, please don't even bother to watch it.
All right. Well, I'm not.
Okay, good.
I'll be watching football and other things. So yeah, that's coming up this week. I'll tune in. I need to get in a pool. You in a pool? Can I get in?
No, I'm not in a pool.
That means you're in one.
No, I'm not in the pool. I mean, what would I bet on?
That means he's in 2.
What would I do? Would I bet against the U.S.?
No, you like pick a golfer or something.
See, you're trying to make stuff up just for a reason to gamble to have an interest. Don't watch it. It's fine. I'll tell you about it.
All right, tell me about it next week.
Yeah,
tell me what I missed. Chandler, you into it? You're a bit of a quick shake of the head for Chandler.
Whoa!
Are you talking about a pool?
No, a Ryder Cup. Are you into the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not in the pool stuff.
What is wrong with you people?
The water is not fine.
All right, that's pretty good.
Okay.
All right, Ryder Cup coming up this weekend. Molly, what else you got going on?
Oh man, I mean that's enough. It's going to be a beautiful weather weekend. Lots of football, and I mean it's a great time of the year. Football, baseball, Ryder Cup.
You get a little ESPN Plus 6 o'clock Saturday night, and you'll have the end of Saturday's event in the Ryder Cup. So
yep. And you know, the Ryder Cup is they're going to show it around the clock on Golf Channel. I mean, it's one of my favorite events and would be a bucket list sporting event that I would like to attend at some point. And it's different that the kind of the in a traditional golf tournament, or especially the major, everybody wants to be at number 18 to watch the finish. Well, in the Ryder Cup, they want to be on number 1 because it turns into just like a football atmosphere. When they come through, they're going to introduce the players through a tunnel, and when they come out, that they'll get them kind of pumped up. And there's been some unbelievable scenes there. Boo Weekley, I think it was like in 08.
Weekley,
he rides his driver like a stallion off the first tee, and
So there's a little more like junk talk and
it's a lot more animation than you normally get out of these guys. There's some passion, and there'll be some fire.
Mully, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of fire or damage, if you have damage, you can call Mully 999-0001.
Wow, that was Channel. That was smoking, wasn't it?
That was smoking.
Smoking. Call him first, and he'll also talk football with you if you call him.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You charge by the minute. You should do it like one of those old. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping yourself there.
When we return, we'll hear from some Pirates defensive players. DJ Ford and Miles Berry came up big at the end of that game. No points scored by Marshall in the 4th. Helped the Pirates come back and win that game on Saturday night. We'll hear from those guys when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 GMC Terrain and save over $4,500 or 0% financing for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Here is your ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Wanna watch the game? Ooh, little sports ball on a Sunday afternoon. Don't mind if I do. Hey, did we win? It sounds like we won.
It's still the first quarter.
I must be lucky. People say that about me. Tough break on that free throw there. Shouldn't be doing that.
Dude, we're watching football. Come on.
For everyone who spent the entire game explaining the entire game, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Tired and sluggish?
Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Coach Gary Overton, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. A lot of football talk on the way, the remainder of our show. Bryce Williams joins us at 5 o'clock to give his thoughts on East Carolina Marshall and look ahead to Charleston Southern. We'll hear some Mike Houston comments maybe in this segment, but definitely in the 5 o'clock hour. But right now, let's hear from a couple of Pirate players that caught up with the media yesterday following Mike Houston's weekly press conference. And we'll start with Miles Berry. And, man, what a week and a half for that young man. Went through the tragic loss of his father, decided he wanted to play with his brothers, with his Pirate teammates, and play in that game on Saturday night. He had 7 tackles, and the Pirates come away with a win, and he gets a game ball after the game. And glad he can have some happy moments in what I'm sure has been just a terrible week for him and his family. But he spoke with the media yesterday about the emotions and what the last couple weeks have been like for him. Here's Miles Berry with the East Carolina Greenville media yesterday.
I've done so much to get to the point where I am, and he didn't want me to stop. So I knew I had to play. You know, it felt right in my heart, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I was there just to lead the defense and just be there with my teammates to get that win.
For it to be the defense to close it out and make the final play, like, is that kind of fitting, you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Mac made we were nervous, I was nervous going into that last minute. I just knew that it was all going to come down on us. And when Mac made that last interception, it was a relief, and it was a great play, and I think that was the statement of kind of how my week has been, and just a statement win, and it was special.
What was the balance like, I guess? Like, did you miss any practice time, or kind of go back and forth? What was it like, maybe managing the off the field stuff with trying to prepare for a game? Yeah,
it was a lot. It was a lot, but I practiced Tuesday and Thursday, and then my dad passed Wednesday night around 1 a.m. So I missed that Thursday, But so I took a day just to myself, and Friday I was back in the stadium, and then I was just getting all the corrections, making sure I was fine tuned on the game plan for Saturday. But it was a lot. I definitely had to compartmentalize everything, to be totally focused on the game.
How special was it for Coach Houston to give you the game ball?
It was very special to me. It was monumental. I didn't know he was going to do that, so I was definitely surprised. But special is really the word I keep using, because like I said, that was one of the toughest weeks of my life, and just being able to get the win, get it with my teammates, and then be awarded that game ball, for my dad and, for the win was just great to me. Yeah.
This team has shown a lot of maturity level as
Yes,
you've gone through some adversity early in the season. Talk about where this team is at this moment as you head into Saturday's game.
Like you said, we are mature. This is a very veteran team. We have some young guys that are playing very big, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of older guys also. And, coming off that heartbreaker loss from South Carolina, we really, we were just like, we know what we need to do. We know what we need to fix, and we're going to get it done. So that's kind of how we're operating as a unit and as a team, is just knowing what we have to do and being focused and getting the job done.
As far as the game ball, any early thoughts about what you want to do with it, or where you?
Right now, it's in the living room of my house. So I just have it kind of sitting right beside the TV. But I'm gonna definitely get a plaque for it, and something very nice, see-through, so I can always be in remembrance of that. And I'm gonna definitely put it somewhere special in the days to come. But for now, it's gonna be right there in my living room. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the response after that from your teammates?
Mm-hmm.
What that moment was like?
Definitely a lot of hugs, a lot of support, a lot of I love yous. Just my teammates. I had a lot of people that Thursday that I missed practice. I had a lot of teammates come by the house and just come sit with me, laugh with me, and that meant the world to me. Because I was feeling very alone. So when they came and it was that support for me that helped me get through. So after I was awarded the game ball, it was just a reciprocation of that. And it meant the world to me.
It's one of those things, like the difference between a win and a loss there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, if you maybe would have got it after a loss, a tough loss. I mean, the fact that y'all did win in that fashion, how much did that just add to the moment?
I just think it was just a summary of the week, and it was just especially being down, just being down going into the half, being down 17, and then causing that shutout on defense, and then the offense scoring, and then getting that victory. It was special, and it was a summary of just the whole day, the whole week, and everything that we've been going through. Yeah.
So the defense did allow a lot of points, a lot of yards.
Yes, sir.
But you did hold them under their average scoring per game.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you improve? You did, do good, but how do you improve on some of those yards allowed?
Really just limit mistakes. There was a lot of mistakes and mental errors and a lot of missed tackles. So this week we're really focusing on tackling, getting our feet to contact. So those big plays won't happen, and being very gap sound in our schemes, and I think that'll also limit the yardage and those explosive plays that were had Saturday.
Ali was one of the better running backs you're going to face this year.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how he compares to some of the other guys that you've seen.
Overall. Yeah, he's a very great running back. I wish the best to him for this season. He definitely was on the same level as the backs from South Carolina and the backs from App. So that was just. He's a good back. He's on scholarship also, but we just have to do our job, and like I said, being gap sound and tackling. We just have to be better at tackling.
As a leader on this team, obviously you got a team that's coming in here you guys will be favored against. How do you turn the tape? Because you've been underdogs most of the season so far. How do you turn that tape?
Yeah, I know on paper, we're supposed to be the dominant team, but what I'm just telling my defense, what I'm telling my team is just don't underestimate anybody. Anybody can be beat. This year alone, it's been a lot of more FCS teams being FBS teams that we've seen for a lot of years now. So, just staying focused, know the job that we need to do, and get the job done, and don't underestimate anybody.
You ready to be back in Dowdy Pickman Stadium?
Oh, most definitely. I'm ready to get rowdy and dowdy. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, a very mature young man there, Miles Berry, going through a lot, and Jeff Charles talked about him back in hour number one, said that kid is the real deal, and great to hear him talk and hear him in positive spirits after what he's gone through in his personal life, but able to get a win with his guys on Saturday, get the game ball. He's got it sitting, he said, in his living room right now, so pretty awesome stuff there from Miles Berry.
Yeah, not just to play in the game and help the team get the win, but to take questions from the media, knowing that he was going to get questions asked about his dad, just kind of shows you the character of Miles Berry.
Shirley, before we get to DJ Ford, I want to hear Mike Houston 7, because he was asked about Miles Berry Tuesday at the press conference, and here is what Mike Houston said.
You know, everybody knows it was a tough week last week. It's been a tough couple of weeks. It's a tough week this week for Miles Berry and his family, and certainly, you know, the thing that he was adamant about all throughout the last couple of weeks was his dad wanted him to play, and he wanted to play. He wanted to be with his teammates. He wanted to make the trip with them. He didn't want to come up later. He wanted to be on the flight going up there. He wanted to play in the ball game, and I think, you know, I think it says a lot about him that he was able to handle it from a maturity standpoint and from a mental standpoint. But I also think it says a lot about the culture inside of our locker room, that's the place that he feels the safest and the most supported. And, you know, like I said, it just happened. You know, he's FaceTiming with his mom, and I came around to talk to him, and just seeing her face and the joy on her face, because I've been through it. You know, it was 2 years ago last week that I lost my dad. So, you know, it's a tough time for him right now, and, you know, he's going to need all of us, you know, this week. He's going to need all of us for the next 2 months, because it's, you know, we've all been through that process.
All right, there's Mike Houston talking about Pirates linebacker Miles Berry, what he's gone through, and how they are rallying around him right now. And, man, it made it even more sweeter that the Pirates could get a victory on Saturday night and Miles could get the game ball. Let's hear from another defender now. DJ Ford nearly iced the game with an interception, made a nice play coming over, knocked it down, had the ball in his hands, probably should have had a pick on that play. He was frustrated after it, but Jaquan McMillan able to get a pick a couple plays later to seal the deal there Saturday night in Huntington. Here's what DJ Ford had to say on Tuesday.
It was everything I expected, you know. The guys were fired up. We had a lot of fun in that game, especially in the end, to win the way that we did. Like, that's the kind of moments that you dream of as a kid, you know, when you're 6, 7 years old, talking with your buddies, throwing the ball around the backyard. That's exactly what you talk about, you know, so it felt good to get the W.
Can you address the confidence level of this team moving into this week a little bit?
Oh, yes, sir. I think our confidence level has been steadily increasing since the beginning of the season, After the App State game, obviously it didn't turn out the way that we liked. Coming into the South Carolina game, guys were laser focused, determined to get the W, you know what I'm saying? We worked extremely hard, fell short, but guys were not deterred by that, you know what I'm saying? Going into the next week, we were focused on Marshall. We weren't living in the past with the South Carolina game. Like, all of our focus was on Marshall and what we were going to do to win that game. And so for us to come out and win that game was extremely big, extremely important for us moving forward. And now it's on to the next.
What's it going to be like when you guys get back at home? Because obviously the home crowd, a lot of those guys, most of the people didn't get a chance to go to Huntington, but, you know, they all watched, even on Facebook. But still, yes, I mean, they'll be fired up on Saturday, won't they?
Oh, yes, sir. We're extremely excited to be back at home in front of our own fan base. There's nothing like Pirate Nation, you know. The guys showed up. Everyone came out and supported us fully versus South Carolina, so we expect nothing less versus Charleston Southern.
How did the offense and defense feed off each other in that fourth quarter with you guys taking the ball away and then scoring touchdowns?
Oh, yeah. We definitely fed off of each other. I know whenever the offense was on the field, guys were standing up. There wasn't a whole lot of guys sitting down, you know what I'm saying, resting. Like, everyone's extremely into the game. Everyone's extremely involved. When the offense was coming off the field, we were, you know what I'm saying, shaking hands, dapping them up. Good job, great job. We're about to get you the ball back. You know, we're going to win this game. Like, there was zero doubt on our sideline the entire game.
You guys are one of the top teams in the country right now in takeaways. Coach Harrell talked about how important that is to your defense. Do you see that? You guys, that's a focus for you guys?
Oh, yes, sir, for sure. Coach Harrell harps on that daily. That's something that we focus on as a unit. In the safeties room, that's something we focus on as a defense. And so it shows up in practice and it shows up in the games. So that's why we practice the way we practice.
Regardless of the points this week, do you guys feel like you kind of played at the level you played at against South Carolina, even though they got more points against you this time?
Yes, sir. I still feel like we came out with the same intensity. I feel like they made a few plays here and there, and a couple of them on us. A couple of them were just, I guess, what you would call unlucky plays, where the ball gets tipped, falls into another receiver's hands, right in stride, things like that. But we overcame that adversity, and we just kept playing ball the way that we know how.
After week 1, Coach Harrell said you guys were not doing a good job getting downhill and making tackles. How have you guys improved on that these past 2 weeks?
We've focused a lot on our trigger. So in the beginning of the play, we get our read steps and everything like that. And whenever our key tells us to go, we go full speed. And that's something that we've done a good job of. Might have slacked off a little bit this past week at times. And that's going to be something we focus on this week as we get ready for Charleston Southern.
DJ Ford, Pirate safety, nearly had a game-sealing pick on Saturday night. Instead, it was his running mate in the secondary, Jaquan McMillan, that pulled it down at the 1-yard line. Pirates able to run out the clock and escape Marshall with a come-from-behind victory. And now it's time to make it 2 in a row as ECU takes on Charleston Southern this Saturday. Mike Houston has not had great success against the Buccaneers. In fact, he was asked about it. This is cut 11, Shirley, and he briefly talked about Charleston Southern and playing them when he was at the Citadel.
Well, I've got some history with him, so yeah. No, it's I got a text from the head coach at the Citadel yesterday, so he'd like to see us win this game also.
0-3 is Mike Houston against this team, so. He's Mike Houston going to take out some hopefully personal anger that he's got for the Bucks on Saturday. Let's hear another couple of Mike Houston comments before we take a break and get to 5 o'clock and to Bryce Williams. And we'll play this one for Bryce too. But Mike Houston was asked about Shane Calhoun's big performance, also the big game for Shane Calhoun. This is cut 2, Shirley, as he talked about his tight ends.
Well, I mean, I said it during preseason camp. I really like our room there. It's one that we've worked very hard to build over the last couple of years. So it's something that's important in our offense. And it was, there wasn't anything there, really positionally when we got here. So, Shane, I said during preseason camp, I think he's got a chance to be, really special because he can do everything. He hadn't been healthy here early in the season, so really last week's probably the first time he's been at full speed, and I think that showed. I think that some of the matchups that we got Saturday night, and then Donnie did a good job of putting us in situations, and Holton and Shane executed to where we could take advantage of those matchups. But I like the other guys in that room too. I thought Zach Bird had a solid game blocking. Aaron Jarman was in there a good bit, special teams and blocking, and Ryan Jones continues to develop there too. So I think we've got a really good room right there.
All right, there is Mike Houston talking about the tight end room. We'll talk more about that with Bryce Williams coming up at 5 o'clock. So Shirley Rhodes now, I believe, has gone back-to-back with the fantasy winners. Since we're doing something new this year, we're playing Make It, Take It. I took Keaton Mitchell week 1. I won. I've actually had him every week. Shirley went Snead week 2, and he won. So she got Snead week 3, and he threw a touchdown. He caught a touchdown. Did it all. Chandler still looking for a win.
Yes.
In 2021.
And see, quarterbacks, and Shirley knows her ECU football players.
What do you know?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Well,
long snapping. That's who my pick's going to be next time.
By the way, we haven't asked you yet this year. How's the snapping gone for East Carolina?
Snapping's looking great. I've noticed that Slade Roy started off
That's
with...
not a real person. What's the name?
Slade Roy.
Slade Roy.
Is
it just one name, like Madonna?
I think it's Slade Roy.
Slade Roy.
Slade, then Roy.
Slade Roy.
Slade Roy. Slade Roy the
Sludge
boy.
Roy.
Do you want me to give my long snapping stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
He started off as the punt team snapper. Liam Crowley was the short snapper. And
we wear short
as the season has come along, I've noticed that Roy. Am I right?
I mean, you're right, but you're my specialist. You're supposed to have the info. Now we finally found out what Steven Igo knows, because he doesn't know quarterbacks. He knows long snappers. He said Spade Roy?
No!
All right, maybe he doesn't know. Spade Roy is the second highest graded special teams player for ECU through 2 games per Pro Football Focus, through 3 games. Slade Roy.
All right.
Second highest graded special teamer on ECU through 3 games.
There you go.
Getting the job done, Chan Man.
Getting the job done. He's putting it right on the right hip where he needs to.
How has John Young been able to punt so well this year? He's getting good snaps.
He's getting the snap back there quick. He's having plenty of time to get it off, to have that plant right, and get that launch angle.
I've got to call him Spade Roy, though, from now on.
Spade
the
Roy.
ace of
Call
spades.
a spade.
You know, folks?
Call a Slade a spade.
It's time to call a Slade a spade and just say it. Slade Roy is our MVP this year.
Absolutely.
AKA
and there for the first
the ace of spades.
For the first 2 games, it was a specialist. It was John Young, our MVP so far. And maybe you can say that it was Slade the Spade Roy.
Spade Roy is my guy now. I promise to pay more.
He's a true freshman.
I'm gonna pray more. I'm gonna pray more.
I'm gonna pray.
We all need to pray more.
Pray.
And then I'm going to pay more attention to
Slade Roy.
To the ace of spades coming up Saturday on those snaps.
The ace of Slade.
Hopefully we won't be punting that much against Charleston Southern. All right, you never know where the conversation will go here on Pirate Radio Live. And look, a lot of times these guys don't get a lot of credit, so we got to give credit where credit is due.
That's exactly right.
Call a Slade a spade.
Call a Slade a spade.
I like that. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Bryce Williams will be in here.
I got to show him my new tires.
New shoes on the whip.
New shoes on the whip.
All right.
Hey, call a Slade a spade, baby.
Yeah.
He came in here one day. I think it was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He said, "Bud." He said, "You need some new tires."
Man.
And I said, "You're about the 3rd or 4th person to tell me that in the past 2 weeks." So I went and got new tires.
There you go. We'll do that off the air. We'll talk to Bryce about some Pirate football. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll talk Spade Roy. All that coming up. Hour 3 on Pirate Radio Live. And we'll make you a winner. We'll open up the booty bag. It's all ahead after this.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will you feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy. They also have cryotherapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Ron.
All righty, back with you, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live, and it is great to have you on board, and it's great to have Bryce Williams here every week, but especially after a Pirate win, Bryce.
Yes.
You've been waiting on this one.
Goodness gracious.
Welcome back. Good to see you. And I know you were fired up Saturday night.
Oh, man.
Not just for the win, but ECU got a tight end involved.
Dude. I can talk about Shane now?
Finally. We can add. You said he looks good in that number 80, too,
yeah,
right?
It was great. I was fired up. When they started feeding him, especially in the second half, goodness. Well, of course, you can see my text thread with you. And, Shane, my gosh, that was exciting. He did a heck of a job. And, the touchdown at the end of the first half, that was huge. And the big conversion plays he had, my goodness. He did great. I mean, I could ramble on, and I was excited. It was cool to see a tight end finally being utilized. It's been a long time.
I can't believe, Bryce, that was the first 100-yard game from a tight end since Carl Lester Crumpler Jr. in the early 90s.
Yeah, because I was the most I ever had was like 95.
So you got to the 90s?
I got into the 90s. So, that was awesome. So it was exciting. And, I mean, shoot, now we know what Shane can do. And, when things are working out. So this time might be on the rise for the old tight ends now.
Yes, sir. They are now a viable position for the ECU football team in the passing game, because Mike Houston did give compliments to Zach Bird, especially on that last block where Rajay goes in for the go-ahead touchdown. Yeah. He gave his tight ends credit for blocking. Yeah. We don't see all of that, and then we don't, grade out the tight ends as far as blockers. All we see is a box score and who has catches. Yeah. So that's kind of on us, but at the same time, it's finally good to see a tight end get involved in a huge way in the passing game.
Oh, no doubt. And then obviously, to utilize, Zach Bird. I mean, obviously, every tight end wants catches, but I mean, if you're viable part of blocking. I mean, to throw that extra blocker in there on the line, and to be productive at it. That's huge. I mean, that's going to be huge for our offense and in numerous ways. So knowing Zach Bird's doing his thing on the with his hand in the ground is great.
Bryce Williams joining us. Bryce, it certainly was a tale of two games with the offense's performance, because you were critical, as everyone was there in the first half, and part of the second half about what they were doing, and then that switch got flipped.
Yes,
and you've probably been in games like that where you're kind of trudging through the mud, and then things just open up for you. But that was pretty drastic. I mean, I said it earlier in the show. ECU scored 19 week 1 against App State, 17 week 2 against South Carolina, 21 in 7.5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Almost out of nowhere, right?
I think I texted you in the first half, didn't I? I think, and golly, that was getting frustrating. We're just beating ourselves, and like we had seen, I feel like, and that was part of the problem in the last 2 weeks was just beating ourselves, not taking advantage of opportunities. Golly, and then all of a sudden, bam, it clicked, and we were rolling, and then obviously Snead with his second touchdown pass in 2 games. That's pretty impressive. And then Holton, I guess having awareness and dive. I think if he wouldn't have dove, for the goal line, he wouldn't have scored. So him being aware of having to dive and things like that was great. It was like I said, it was just a great game to watch. It was a great 7 minutes. It was a long first,
You said 8:28 p.m. They are frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
You said, is that our third sack? I said 5th time she's been sacked. Daggum. And then I said, it's a dang shame. And you said, you ain't kidding my neck. Did you mean, is that a phrase?
So it's like, you ain't kidding, and it's like my neck is almost like another daggum.
Chandler, you're a country fella. You know what he's talking about there? My neck. I know that song, My Neck, My Back.
Let's not go there.
My neck.
I have never heard that.
Yeah.
That's new.
It is. It's another. It's almost like another daggum. Like my neck. Just
my neck.
Yeah. So
that's like a West
kink in my neck.
West Hines, maybe.
So that's what that was.
5G.
It's another daggum.
You also threw out a Jim Carrey from Liar Liar gif. That was.
Is that new?
What's that all about?
What was that?
I don't know. You were just kind of
passing the torch.
Yeah.
That meant to go. It didn't load. It didn't load. It was supposed to be during like.
Why are we moving the ball?
I think it was supposed to be during my neck. That's what that was supposed to be. So the service kind of threw it in there a little too late, but
and then you got fired. A lot of exclamation points when you see that number 80. You were all jacked up, ready to
go. Hogan's goat was next to me, so that made it.
Okay.
Not as bad, but it was loose enough to be exclamation point happy.
He was close enough you could pet him.
Well, I could pet him.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's kind of weird when you take your headphones off for a second.
You all right?
I had to fix my hair.
Okay.
My neck.
Yeah. My neck, Bryce.
But that was great. I had a great time with our texting.
You said you had a nice setup. You were chilling, watching it on TV.
Gosh, I couldn't ask for nothing more.
Did you have yours on a Bud Light case like we did?
No,
he had it on TV.
On TV. So I was first half I watched it at my kitchen table on my computer, and I was actually watching some of it. And then she wanted to go to Naughty Dog, and I was like, "Well, do they have it on?" Because I wasn't going to leave if they didn't have it on. Well, they had it on.
You call ahead?
She texted one of her friends who works there. So,
good move.
Was there. So I was like, all right, let's see how many people are here. And shit, I walked around the corner to their sitting area. And my goodness, I pulled up one of their like leather cedar chairs. And it was I had a little side table. They said, "Do you want another one?" I said, "You dang right." And so I tell you, a buddy of mine was there, and it was literally just him and I watching that. And then, of course, some other loud folks behind us. I tell you, it's funny. Football, everybody in this room knows football. But when because that was the first, that was the first game I'd watched around people, in a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's just funny to see people who don't really know much about football.
Oh, yeah.
That's a flag.
Well, they're the loudest ones, too.
Oh, yeah. And I was just sitting there, and I started getting rowdy like when we were doing good, but that's a flag. Oh, come on. I'm like, no, that wasn't a flag. I think it was like a potential targeting, and I was like, yeah. I mean,
the CJ play?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a flag, bro.
Yeah. So
that should have been a flag.
I didn't see it as that. I mean, that's just me. I guess I'm looking at more of a football. I'm like, I don't think it looked intentional. Was it that one? It might have been that one. But that was just me. And it was other.
My neck, Bryce.
Yeah.
His neck.
Yeah.
Your neck.
Not your neck.
And look.
CJ's neck.
I guess I was thinking more shoulder here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's hear what Mike Houston had to say about that. Good segue.
Oh, well, there we go.
Cut 12. He talked about the hit that was not called a penalty. Here's Mike Houston.
Well, it was reviewed, and I was venting my opinion pretty strongly as I walked over to check on CJ. I mean, I thought, no doubt it should have been a flag. There should have been something. If not targeting, then unnecessary roughness. As the ball was beyond him, he's a defenseless player. I mean, at that point, it is a penalty. We all make mistakes. They missed it. So they did say on the review, though, and I talked to the director of officials, that it would not classify as targeting, and that's, they're the pros with that stuff. So that's, they'll make those calls, but I thought it should have been a flag.
Yeah, I thought it was, if not targeting, some type of defenseless receiver or unnecessary roughness or something, because I thought the guy did launch and lower the helmet, but I don't know. CJ, we talked to him about it on Monday. Obviously, he thought it should have been a flag, but that did not come back to bite the Pirates. Pirates had some calls go against them on Saturday, but were able to overcome it and get a win. It's kind of funny you brought up, though, watching around other people. Rick Smith last week said the last game he went to at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, he got tired of a guy yelling and ended up talking to him, and eventually that guy, the other person, walked out of the stadium before he got physical with Rick Smith.
Hey, you know what? He did the right thing. That guy should have walked, Rick Smith said, I'm going to hold my ground. You leaving, not me. I ain't in the wrong.
So there you go. So do you prefer to watch games? Like when I watch Washington games, I've watched it with a group of people, but I do like to be by myself so I can cuss and yell at the TV.
I mean, it's fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
If I say we were a Pirate Radio crew was watching a game.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That's a little different, yeah. People
who are aware of the game, aware of football, how it works, yada yada. But when you got them obnoxious people, it's almost like, damn, would you shut the up?
Yeah.
Golly. It's just aggravating. I'm like,
tell them how you really feel, Bryce.
No, it's just like, because normally they're like 10, just right behind me, just right in that ear. And I'm like, you could be in the corner, it would be fine. But man, when you're just screaming, I can't stand it.
It is frustrating being somewhere and someone says, what are they doing? And they're right. Like, we're not looking good or they're not playing good, but you know that they don't know a lick about football.
No, they don't know why plays are called.
And you're like, man.
I hate to be fence riding clip, but I too yell at the TV and do stuff like that.
No, I definitely yell at the TV, but you know what's going on.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, you're probably at least 97, 95% know what's going on in a game of football.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I definitely will yell at the TV. I'm more so will yell at individual. I guess it's yelling at the TV regardless. But yeah, I mean, I'll yell at the TV. Like when we had, when Snead had that nice catch at the bottom of the screen, however you want to call it. I mean, beautiful catch.
And then when they called it back.
Holding.
Oh, right.
And I was like, I was highly aggravated with that. Yeah, I mean, so I'm definitely a TV yeller. And I was like, would you be quiet? I'm like,
they can't hear you. I hear that a lot.
Yeah, it makes you feel bad. I mean, there's no way you could sit there.
A lot of times, Bryce, I'll come out of my room after a game, and my wife will be like, "Oh, so they lost again?" I'll be like, "No, they won." And she was like, "What? You were yelling the whole time and angry?" It's like, "No, yeah, they won by 10. Where it's all good." But she just because I yell the whole time, she assumes they lost.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's the fun part about being a fan. It is.
It really is. I mean, it was. I mean, I was Rowdy.
I cannot
God, that
wait
was
to
fun.
say my neck
That's right.
tomorrow night watching the Panthers.
That's right. Coming up against Houston. So, Bryce, you are not going to be at Dowdy Ficklin Saturday.
Man, that's the second week in a row I'm going home for, not in a row, but home game situation. But yeah, I've got my grandpa's 82nd birthday.
I swear, Bryce, you got the biggest family I've ever. I mean, you guys own an event every weekend.
We have, I think September's our busiest month.
Yeah,
birthday wise. Yeah, October. We're pretty much we're going to smooth sailing.
When's his birthday?
I think it's Saturday.
Mine's Friday.
Yeah,
maybe we share a birthday.
Yeah, I think it's Saturday or this week. So that's cool. Well, happy birthday.
How old are you going to be, Chandler?
I'll be 23.
Wow,
nice.
Still a young buck.
The young bull.
Young buck.
Whole life ahead of you.
Yeah, yes, he does.
Great stuff,
man.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll hear some more Mike Houston comments, more with Bryce Williams. We got to go Pirate Radio Outdoors, and we'll make you a winner coming up at the end of next segment. A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back with you after this. At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service. Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or sleeping issues? Eastern Healthcare has a solution for you. Eastern Healthcare is the premier CBD store with retailer quality products to help with any ailment you might have. They carry nationally recognized brands such as Curative's Delta 8, CBD Distillery, and Charlotte's Web with a wide variety of delivery systems.
This is Adam from Eastern Healthcare. Come visit our store at 2245 Stansburg Road across from Vidant Hospital or call 227-4199. Eastern Healthcare. Wellness starts here.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, join Pirate Radio and Fleet Feet of Greenville to kickstart your game day on September 25th with a $5 5K. The race is an untimed event, and all proceeds will be donated to Robbie's Clubhouse. For $10, you can sign up for the run and get a T-shirt, or just skip the shirt and just do the run for $5. The race starts at 8 a.m. at Fleet Feet on Greenville Boulevard. Sign up by going to runsignup.com and search Pirate Radio. We've had over 100 people sign up so far. It's the $5 5K. You can sign up once again at runsignup.com. It's this Saturday, September 25th. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Bryce Williams alongside. Bryce, this team, East Carolina team, now has to do something they're not used to doing. That's handle success. And coming back to win a game where it looked like you had lost on the road, odds against you. They had the me against the world mentality. There was a lot of talk from Houston about, I hope that, we shut the fans the hell up this week and all that kind of stuff. So now they have to go back to practice and play after a win. That's different. I mean, do you remember that in your day? Like when you put up 70 against North Carolina, 24-hour rules in effect, but I'm sure a lot of those guys extended that 24 hours and celebrated a little harder. So how tough is it to come back after a big win like that?
I mean, I think, for us, fortunately, we were able to put several, games together with wins and things like that and come to practices. And, it makes it a little more fun because you're like, okay, maybe we found our groove. And
y'all are a little more used to winning than this group of Pirates. So that's true.
So, I think it made practice not as, I guess, tense. Like as far as the atmosphere, like you're winning, like you just won. Keep doing your thing. You don't really change anything. You just keep on your routine. Obviously, I think it was fine to go to practice. But when you're on losing streaks, you're kind of like, daggum, I don't know what else I can do different. I feel like you're working hard.
I said that to the guys on Monday, to Snead and Harris, that it's got to be great to know the hard work pays off in a win. Because when you're busting your tail out there and not getting the results, that's got to just hitting your head against a brick wall type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, hope these guys that kind of, felt the rhythm or whatever you want to call it, and they're driving, firing on all cylinders, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully they keep that up this week. I think there's going to be some good energy. This week in practice, just being, especially the type, how they won. It wasn't just handed to them by any means. They see what they can do. They see what's working for their offense. So to carry that through this week, and obviously you got nine more, 9 more games. So one's great. But 9 more will be better. So.
Absolutely. Mike Houston, cut 6, Shirley, talked about how the difference a week can make in college football and for these Pirates.
I think it's the opposite end of the spectrum of what it was when I stood up here last week. Last week, we stink. We have no shot. Everybody needs to give up and all that stuff. Now it's the other end of the spectrum. So it's balancing out. That's why I keep telling the kids, you just can't listen to the noise, and it's hard because social media has changed everything. everybody behind a typewriter or a screen, puts their thoughts out there, and it influences kids. And the thing is, we can't worry about any of that. We got to worry about us. We got to worry about doing the same things we did this week, that we did last week, that we did the week before, that we'll do next week. Charleston Southern is a program. They were 6-6 in 2019. They were 2-2 last spring. They're 1-1 here. I think they have two surprising games. I think that surprising that they beat the Citadel the way they did at the Citadel. Surprising that they lost the way they did to Monmouth. Monmouth is a good football program. They're a ranked team. I expected that game to be very close and Charleston Southern to have a chance to win it. They turned the ball over some and it got away from them. But they're going to come in here. This is their Super Bowl. They're well coached. Their kids play hard. They're older. We've got to respect our opponent, and we've got to do a great job this week of preparing to go out there and play better this week than we did last week. And that's the thing that hopefully the kids have learned at this point, that they got to listen to their coaches. I mean, I've been in this game on both sides. I've been the favorite, and I've been the underdog, and we've won some games as the underdog. That's probably one of the reasons I'm standing here today. You got to respect your opponent each week, and so I think that's just so important. And we can't get ahead of Tuesday's practice. We've got to have a great afternoon this afternoon. We got to correct the things we did poorly the other night. We got to improve on the things we did well. We got to push ourselves to get better today, and you really can't get beyond that.
All right, Mike Houston there, and that was the cut where he used the line, this is their Super Bowl. And hearing it in the full context, I mean, it's not as bad as when you read it by itself, but a lot of Pirate fans commented on that and kind of gave I don't like to hear that, because if somebody from NC State says that about ECU, we freak out and we riot. And now we're saying it, Mike Houston saying it about Charleston Southern. But to his point, this is one of their biggest games on the schedule. Not their biggest game, because they play Georgia later in the year. Which, that's a tough task for them.
At Sanford?
I'm assuming Georgia's not going there.
That's true. I didn't even think
that would be crazy. It'll be there in Georgia, in Athens. So, but Mike Houston there basically saying we got to respect the opponent. You know all about that, Bryce, playing those FCS teams and teams that you would consider lower than you at the time. You still got to get up for them, because upsets happen every week. If you're the underdog, you hope it's you. If you're the favorite, you hope it's not you on that particular week. So, Bryce, one thing that fans will say and have said a lot, and that I think you have talked about too, is going up tempo. Why are we not playing up tempo more? Right. You liked it the other night, right?
Oh yeah, definitely so.
Now, there are positives and negatives to going up tempo, high paced football, and Mike Houston talked about those. Shirley, this is cut number 8.
Well, to a degree. I mean, we made some mistakes there during that tempo session also. But we tried to tempo against App some. We tempoed against South Carolina at times. I mean, it's part of our offense. And so we got to do a better job with it. I thought that we made a couple of mistakes in tempo the other night that, we got to get corrected. But there's times that we're going to go fast. There's times that we're going to go slow. We weren't trying to go fast there at the end. We were trying to burn more clock than we actually burned. But it's part of our spread offense is to be the ability to change speeds.
All right, Mike Houston there. Fans want to see this offense going up tempo early in the game, and not just when you're down 17. We'll see what the offense looks like against Charleston Southern coming up on Saturday. Bryce, when you played, I'm trying to think of the roster now. This is no slight to Ventavious Cooper, but he wasn't the fastest back East Carolina's ever had. Justin Hardy wasn't the fastest receiver East Carolina's ever had. Who was the speed guy on offense?
Speed guy.
Well, Breon could go. He was fast.
Could scoot. Chris Harrison, I think, was a pretty fast guy.
Yeah.
Our receivers, of course, I think Zay would be up in there. Davon Grayson.
Yeah, he could go.
We had Quay. He was returner and stuff. And I mean, I don't think he was as effective in he was effective, but he wasn't like the starter, if that makes any sense.
I'm trying to think of a guy with the speed of Keaton Mitchell that played with you, and I don't know if there is one.
Jimmy Williams was pretty dang fast.
Okay, Jimmy could get it.
I honestly, I don't think we had it. I can't think of any like burners.
Yeah,
I feel like a bunch of our receivers were like all in that same realm.
Right.
I think Quay was a track guy. I would probably say the receivers maybe so I think Quay from what I remember. I mean, Zay was fast. But the Keaton Mitchell speed,
that's a different speed.
I don't think I can think of anybody.
We keep going back to Chris Johnson, and not saying he's the player he is, but the speed.
Right,
he's got it right.
Yeah, it's great when you see him, especially get through that second level, and it's he gets, and then he misses for a free safety to make a open field tackle on someone as fast as Keaton Mitchell. I mean, he makes just one little shimmy and boom, and no one's catching him. I mean, I'd love to see a play where he breaks through and you got like a DB who just seems to got that perfect angle.
Week 1 against App State, it looked like the guy had the angle.
Yeah.
When he was on the sideline.
They talked about that.
And then he didn't.
That's right. Well, there you go. There was my play.
The other night, he got into the secondary so fast.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But talking about former Pirates, being speedsters with you, I think like Breon Allen.
Probably. I mean,
he was a shifty dude.
He was, and I'm like replaying all like how Breon could run. I mean, and Ventavious. It was just impressive to watch those guys run.
But this speed is something different.
For sure.
That is not normal.
No.
And Mike Houston talked about that run, Shirley. This is cut number 10.
10?
Yeah.
It was basic inside zones what it was. I mean, it's he set the linebacker up. The linebacker rocked back a little bit, and the guard was able to overtake his outside shoulder, and all of a sudden there was a crease there, and he hit it. I mean, we talked about it during preseason camp because we watched out there on the practice field. Every time he touches the ball, he has a chance to hit a home run, and it's I thought that he and Rajay both played their best games the other night. I think they're both improving. I think that we gave them a little more space the other night, both in the run game and the pass game. So we want to continue to get those guys in situations where they're in space with the football.
Great to have those backs through 3 weeks, healthy and participating and being key members of the game. How about the touches the other night, Bryce? Saw this on the box score on the UB stat sheet. So Keaton Mitchell, 14 carries, 135 yards. Of course, had that long one, that 88-yarder. But Rajay goes 13 carries. He had a touchdown as well. And then receiving, Rajay 3 catches, Keaton 4 catches. Almost like identical stat lines from the touches aspect. They don't want to wear these guys down, and when you can split time like that with those backs, that's huge.
Yeah, when you have definitely your productive, I don't know if they're labeled first. I don't want to put one.
It's really like a 1A, 1B.
Yeah, it really is. When you got two guys who can perform that identical and be productive, I mean that's huge, that you don't have to rely on just one back and then throw the other one in there just to give the other one a break. Like when you have either one of those guys in there, they have the potential to make a big play.
Bryce, against South Carolina, ECU won the turnover battle, won the penalty battle by a long shot, and still lost the game. This week, Grant Wells throws for 433 yards. Their running back, Ali, had 189 yards and 3 touchdowns. You look at just those stats, you're saying, well, ECU lost that game.
Oh, yeah.
But so the stats don't always tell the whole story of the game. But Marshall got their yards. They just couldn't get them when they mattered late in the game there. They were held on 4th down, which Chandler, your dad brought up, right? We need to get that Honeycutt on the show and not you. Because he had a great comment there. I forgot about that late in the game. Marshall went for it and didn't get it.
They threw a pass and it was incomplete. They could have went for the field goal to go up by 20.
And then
they missed the field goal.
That was huge. See, things like that was great. When Marshall, I feel like, towards the end, obviously, we were taking advantage of opportunities with, when Marshall missed that field goal. That could have been what we've seen in the past, and we just kind of 3 and out. Boom, Marshall gets the ball.
True, you got to take advantage.
And the fact that we took advantage of that, and did we score on that drive?
Yeah, I believe so.
I feel like we did. I feel like that was a big thing I remembered. For us to do that was huge. I mean, they literally turned the ball over. I mean, that's what we needed.
It was awesome. A great comeback by the Pirates, and right now we'll keep you feeling good out there and make you a winner, because we need to open up the Pirate Radio booty bag here on a Wednesday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250 Shirley Rhodes. Let's open the bag and give out a prize. What prize shall it be?
Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers.
I have really enjoyed the Tiebreakers cheesesteak and a wrap I've got it all 3 games thus far, and I don't see it changing in the future.
It's always great, but it was 10 times greater
after a win.
After a win, baby.
Yes, sir.
Those bonus wings were hitting.
All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what call are you looking for?
I'm looking for caller 12.
Caller 12, 317-1250. We got more to go. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors with Bryce Williams. We got more Mike Houston coming up on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust. And as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique brew pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
It's bow time. It's the same song, different tune. The family debates dinner, but all you're craving is a double serving of aspirin. So drop a big bow box on that pack of picky eaters. Cause when you can get 8 pieces of chicken with 4 made-from-scratch biscuits, 2 fixins, and tea, dinner's easier than hitting mute on the group chat. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. It's year 5 of the rebuild in Baltimore. It has been painful. I'll have some thoughts next.
There are lots of reasons to love the Carolinas. We have awesome beaches, beautiful mountains, great weather, friendly people. We have some of the best teams to root for and the best schools to be a part of. But the one reason above all others to love the Carolinas? Pepsi Cola. Somehow, it just tastes different here. Better. More refreshing. No one can really explain why. All we can guess is, it's better here because it was born here. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas.
Professional sports teams go through rebuilds. They can be trying and not a whole lot of fun. Exhibit A, the Baltimore Orioles, who have been awful this year. In fact, the Birds have been awful for 5 years now. That 2016 team went 89-73, the last winning record for this franchise. It's hard to recognize this organization, including the longtime broadcasters who were such a fabric for this franchise. The old pros on the radio network, Joe Angel and Fred Manfra, retired. Gary Thorne is no longer on Masson, along with veteran broadcaster Jim Hunter, and other longtime announcers are also gone. O's fans are encouraged by what they see in the minor leagues. Some scouts say they have Major League Baseball's best prospects. Perhaps the future is bright. Time will tell, but right now, this is a franchise at the bottom of the barrel. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Pirate Radio.
All of our last names are ECU.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Be sure to stop by their office at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or you can book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. And congratulations to Pete Ballett of Winterville. Picked up lunch for two at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on a Wednesday edition. It seems like every Wednesday around this time, I see some food or we start talking about food, Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like it always comes up. Like, what are we eating tonight? When are we going to? I'll be at AJ's getting ready for some sports trivia. Probably having a buffalo chicken wrap.
So good.
Last time I meant to order that, and I got the Southwest chicken wrap by accident, and it was good. It was a great mistake that I made. When you order the wrong thing, and you get it like I didn't want this, and then it turns out to be good. So that was a good mistake. All right, we'll be out there tonight. Looking forward to another evening of sports trivia. Bryce, we'll get some more football talk in. We'll get your prediction. We don't even have a spread for the ECU game yet because they're playing an FCS opponent. Those lines don't come out till later in the week. I will show you what Charleston Southern's done so far this season, so you can formulate a score for the game. Okay. But right now,
can we do a guess the line with Bryce?
Sure.
Oh man,
what do you think ECU is going to be favored by against Charleston Southern? So far this year, Charleston Southern has won 38-21 over the Citadel, and then they lost to Monmouth 41-14.
Maybe I'm ECU favored. Wow.
Throw out a number.
18.
All right. Jeff Nadeau, who follows this closely, said he thought it'd be around 19. I said 28.
I was going to say 24.
So we're all in the ballpark. Okay. So maybe you're a sharp and you don't even know it, Bryce.
Hey, I just feel it in my gut.
We'll get your official score prediction. You were right about the ECU Marshall game, one of the few. Troy D had ECU winning.
I feel it in my neck.
Yeah, I did have ECU.
Now I don't remember the score you said.
I think I was in the 30s.
Well, I mean, you were all over it.
I was pretty close.
Yeah. All right, let's go Pirate Radio Outdoors. Bryce, have you had an opportunity to get in the boat since we last talked?
I had. So thankfully, the Big Bull Reds are what our school, not schooling, but coming into the Neuse River and everything. I mean, they get, anywhere from obviously 36 inches to, 50-some inches. Pretty much almost like this table. And I've been wanting to do it, and I haven't, it's one of those things I haven't done a lot. It's tricky because, you just got to find the right spots and everything like that. But fortunately, I was able to go with my buddy, with Jake, and another buddy of mine, Patrick, and we took my buddy's boat, Patrick, out, and I think catch his Big Bull Reds out in the Neuse. And, it was windy and, a little choppy, pretty choppy. It was like, 3.5, 4 footers, coming over, for a boat, it's a bay boat. A constant wave like that, it's a little tricky. But long story short,
is that bad for it's uncomfortable, but is it bad for the fishing?
I wouldn't say too much. It can affect some things with the tides and the currents and the wind and things like that. But for first things to Jake, we got everything set up finally. We were taking water over the bow of the boat, as we're trying to cruise into a spot. So it was pretty rough, but Jake was the first one to have a rod go off. Jake landed one, and it was 43 inches.
Wow.
So obviously that was everybody was pumped up, and then next rod goes off. Jake grabs it, hands it to me. Was able to reel one in, and finally landed one. I've been trying to get it each time I would go, but she was 42 inches. So she was a big girl. She was a citation. So
man,
through there.
That's nice.
I tell you, they are a daggum hoss. That is a fun fish to catch. I mean, you talk about peel and drag and everything like that. So, yeah, caught her 42 inches. So that was, release citations. I think you get a form for that. I think Jake has that down. I'll have to figure something out how I can get that.
Wait, so what is that all? Explain that to me.
A citation?
Yeah.
So citation is if you catch a fish, of a certain caliber, size, weight, you get, sort of like a dot, not a dot, like almost like it's almost like
certificate of authenticity.
Like a certificate. It looks like it's kind of like fancy diploma paper, not as fancy, but and it's got your name, the weight of the fish, a picture of that breed of fish.
Who does that? Who's the sanctioning body doing this?
I should know that. It's I think North Carolina Wildlife or anything like that. I should know that.
All right,
but
cool.
and you get a sheet of paper. It's pretty cool. I got one for a wahoo. It's cool. It just says pretty much is recognizing that you caught a very a good caliber size fish. And I think citation for a flounder, I think it's 5 pounds. Is it 5 pounds? I think it's 5 pounds. A trout's 5 pounds, from what I can remember and everything. So it's just a way of saying, yeah, I caught a citation size fish and things like that. So I need to work on that because that would definitely be cool. Because those fish are, when you have to, you release them, you can't keep those. They're I think anywhere from 30, 40 years old. They're.
So you don't get to keep the fish. All you get is the
the picture. Your picture if you take one, and I guess the memory of catching it. It's
all right.
It's cool. It's a good time. It's definitely something cool to be able to catch for sure.
Are you aware of all the fish? Before you go out there, what you can and can't keep. Do you ever catch something and be like, do I keep this? Do I have to throw it back?
Not pretty much for. I got distracted there on the
watch the football plays.
The receiver dropped the passing interception, but pretty much for at least in the Pamlico, the noose, the fishing I do mainly inshore. I'm aware of what you can keep and stuff like that. But then you go offshore. I don't think there's really there's not a season on too many things, but there is on some. But like Spanish mackerel, I'm trying to think. There may not even be maybe it's 13 inches or 14 inches for a Spanish mackerel, and you can keep 10 maybe. It's something crazy. So not really knowing your sizes and as in lengths and your how much your bag limit.
But there are restrictions on a lot of these things that you have to be aware of.
Oh yeah, like redfish, you get caught with say you got caught because you only keep one redfish and it's in the slot between 18 and 26. So you keep a redfish that's under, below, and you got multiple of them. It's not going to be good.
You ever been busted? You had fines? Been to fishing court?
Thank goodness I've not.
Okay,
I've
good.
not done that. I try to do my best.
Yeah.
Even when you get stopped. One time I got stopped when I was duck hunting, and I knew I had everything, but you're just kind of if that one thing is off. And I did have a cool wildlife officer. One time I went fishing. This was last year. And I had my sportsman, and he said, inland fishing. And I was like, well, heck, I'm inland. I'm in the creeks, back in the rivers and creeks and stuff, trout fishing. And, he stopped us when of course, they wait till you get to the boat. It was at the boat ramp. So everything's loaded up. We're ready to head home. And, hey, boys, yada, yada, yada. And, head on the license said, well, bud, this is sportsman's. This isn't good for coastal fishing. I'm like, aren't we, And he's like, oh no, once you get past a certain amount out of the creek or whatever, or the river, that becomes coastal. I'm like, well, wait a tick. There needs to be a sign.
Wait a tick.
Saying, hey.
Why are there no traffic signs in the water?
Exactly. Saying, hey, you're starting coastal fishing. Maybe there is, but they're few and far between.
Yeah.
But thankfully, he was cool enough because I think he could tell I was totally oblivious to what?
You didn't do something wrong on purpose. You thought you were doing the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So right then I said, well, heck, I'm going to get my lifetime license and I'm going to get coastal fishing. That way I don't ever have to worry about it again. So there's a lot to it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You can't just go out there and shoot whatever you want, and catch whatever you want. You can, but there's
consequences.
There's consequences to your actions.
And that's the lesson for today.
Exactly.
From Bryce Williams.
Exactly.
On Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. Bryce's prediction. He hit it last week. We'll see what he's got this week for ECU and Charleston Southern. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Envision and save over $3,000 or 0% financing for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheesy!
Screaming it! We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Discount mattress and furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount mattress and furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them The Voice sent you.
This is DJ Ford. Join me and the other Pirate Radio athletes exclusively each Monday on PRL.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Take a look at your stock market. It was a good day today. The Dow was up 338 points. It closed at 34,258. NASDAQ was up 150 at 14,896, and the S&P was ahead 41 at 4,395. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. And taking a quick look at your Buck scoreboard, one Major League Baseball game in action right now. The Blue Jays are trailing the Rays 7-1 in the top of the 8th inning. The Nationals and Marlins will start at 6:40. The Orioles take on the Phillies tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on Pirate Radio. Red Sox will take on the Mets at 7:10, and the Braves and the Diamondbacks get together at 9:40. And that is a look at your Buck scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall. It's your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in eastern North Carolina. They're open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night, and now during football season, they have food trucks during the day. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rose.
Buck.
I was going to do that. The Buck. Stan says he's got a new bucket list item on the bucket list. He says to go out fishing with Bryce Williams. He said, man, that would be fun.
We can try to make it happen.
We need to do some sort of win a trip with Bryce. We'll do like a raffle or something. Yeah. Win a fishing trip with Bryce Williams.
Or we could add it to the treasure chest if we do the treasure chest this year.
That's a great idea, Shirley.
There we go.
What are we thinking?
Bryce would have to agree to it, but like a fishing trip with Bryce, and maybe you could go Jake to guide you out there, do like a real deal fishing trip.
We can try. I can just hear the treasure chest soundbite now, and then congratulations, you're going on a fishing trip with Big Bryce Williams.
Ooh, it's on my bucket list.
Oh my God.
I would like to go fishing with Bryce before anybody else does. But we just got to find the time.
We got to find the
football
time.
season is not the time. I think I missed the time.
I know. Well, we can try an away game.
Well, still got to be here all day,
that's
Bryce.
True.
Yeah. So my Saturdays are pretty shot for a while.
Tough.
Actually, I get 2 Saturdays off in October
because we have a Thursday night game against South Florida
and an off week.
Why, yes, you do.
Shirley.
Well, I'll be.
Happy Halloween.
Something to look forward to there.
Yeah,
Shirley
because my birthday falls on the bye week.
Well, nice.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
How did y'all make that exact same weird noise at the same time?
Because we've
been sitting beside each other way too long.
A little birthday bye week. Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds good. Chan Man's got a birthday coming up. Bryce's grandfather.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthdays galore.
Bryce, let's get your score.
Oh, man.
For East Carolina, Charleston Southern. I got to hear some of the thought process Bryce was going over here as he was trying to come to a conclusion. Once again, Bryce, Charleston Southern yet to be in a close game. They've won by 17 against the Citadel, and then a loss by 27 to Monmouth. So 38-21, they've scored 38, and they've scored 14 in their 2 games. So you know what the Pirates have done, that offensive outburst in the fourth quarter against Marshall. So what do you think this week?
Well, I don't want to be like too crazy thinking. Obviously, she's winning. But, I don't know, man. I feel like you score because 42 is, how many touchdowns we got there? That's 7.
Yeah.
6.
Well, yeah. No, 6. 7. No, that would be 49. 6. Why are you screwing me up now? That was a simple math question.
I know.
That I totally
7
botched.
times 7 or 7 times 6?
7 times 6.
I think, I'm just going to go what you and I talked about. I'm going to go, somewhat conservative, but I know we're going to win and score some points from what we did last week. I think I got 40. You know what? Hold up. I'm going to go 45. Change it up. We got a field goal in there.
Get an Owen Daffer field goal.
Yeah, Owen Daffer.
That's a fun name to say.
It is actually.
Owen Daffer.
Yeah. A field goal, so 45 to 17.
45-17.
I think, that gives...
That's a realistic score.
Yeah, that gives Charleston Southern, not a slap in the face, but...
you know what?
A little respect.
That is a 28-point game, which is what I set my point spread at.
And you know what's
Just
crazy?
saying.
I didn't go off of that.
I know, because you got ECU covering your spread, which was 18. So,
man,
28 points.
Let's see if we can make it happen.
I like it, Bryce. Josh says, as many times as I've invited Bryce, I should automatically win. He's invited you to hunt. Maybe we should do a hunt or fish with Bryce Williams giveaway. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This something we can add to the treasure chest. It's a good idea, Charlotte. All right, Bryce, enjoyed it, man.
I did too.
Have a fun birthday party. What kind of cake you have, anything?
I don't know what Grandpa likes.
We went by, my dad had a birthday last week. We went by Sunday, watched some football. They had a cake. It was a cookies and cream ice cream cake. And I'm not a huge cake guy.
Oh, yeah?
I'm more of the savory as opposed to sweet.
You're a savory guy.
That was a darn good cake.
Ice cream, Mama is. I guess it's like their Oreo ice cream cake.
Yeah.
My gosh,
that was
there's a lot. I'm a sweets guy. I like a bunch of different. I don't need to go. I guess go on a rant. We're about to finish up, but yeah, I get my sweet tooth from my mom. But
okay.
God, there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Well, let us know what kind of cake you have.
I will
next week.
I'll let you know.
All right, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank y'all for having me.
How many catches for Calhoun Saturday?
I think. Oh God, that's a tough one.
I should never ask Bryce a question when we're overtime.
No, I wouldn't have that much options. I'm going. He's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna do. He's gonna at least have 5.
All right, 5 is the floor.
At least have 5.
All right. Shirley, we got the Pirate Radio podcast, Jeff Charles and Jeff Barber coming up if you're listening to our live edition, so stick around for that. And we'll see you Thursday, 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio.